Um, you guys decide to take a rest, and things go quite well until it is Don Julio's turn for watch. Big surprise.
We
We
actually trusted him to do watch.
had no reason not to do it. Okay, we had some reason. Not, I'm tired.
We're probably also tired at that point. We're just like, go ahead, bud. Whatever.
I'm sure he'll do fine.
Psionic experience that you guys had does seem to have worn everyone out quite a bit, which is just making that feeling of anxiety even worse because you have all this energy, you have all this power, and absolutely nothing to do with it, and no want to do anything with it. So it's just sitting there. Um, Everyone at this point, go ahead and give me a perception check. I wanted to say major, say awareness check. A five.
Dirty 20.
Beautiful.
22.
Beautiful. The dirty 20 and the 22. You both notice a little tiny bit of pain centered around your scalp. The two of you wake up and you look up into a set of very, very dimly glowing eyes.
Okay. Am I awake?
You are now awake. Alicia, I'm sorry, you are not awake yet. You're snoozing. As you open your eyes and regain consciousness, you realize that there is one of these greenish, short, tiny, sort of gnarled skinned creatures sort of hovering above each of you. Uh, they each have a strand of hair from the person they are hovering above. Three of them are already wandering off, and by wandering, I mean sprinting off. The ones that had Kai's, Don's, and Lohar's hair. Uh, of course, Don is fast asleep against the tree like a dipshit. And what do you guys do?
How far away
I,
is? Sorry, go ahead.
I lean over, channel my newfound hatred, point my finger of death at the one that's furthest away, and pick him off with an Eldritch Blast.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
First Eldritch Blast is a natural 15. 15 plus 7 is 22.
You hit the creature, it bursts into flames, and it just disintegrates. No body, nothing left. You do see the flame burst into flames as well, way more than it should have,
Yep.
separately from the creature, as if something had already been done to it to make it more flammable.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do. I line up the next one, ready for my next turn.
Yeah. Dude, what are you doing?
I was going to. How far away is the one that's got my hair?
In front of you. He's still, like, he just plucked it out.
I'm going to maneuver grab the holy symbol and some components, and a little bit of grass that's nearby, and I'm going to cast suggestion. And I'm going to go, excuse me, I think this would be a better strand of hair than that one. I'm trying to get an exchange. Why don't you try using this instead?
Real quick before we resolve that, Rez, what were you going to say?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Chris. I should get 2 Eldritch Blasts. So can I fire another of the running away guys?
Yes, please. Go for it.
And I rolled a natural 1 for the second one, so I'm assuming I miss for that one.
You unfortunately miss with that one. So remind me if I'm mistaken, but suggestion is a charm effect, correct?
It is.
Okay. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. It appears to have absolutely no effect on the creature. It just stares at you in absolute shock. Number one, that you've tried to cast a spell on it, and number two, that you're awake. That shouldn't have happened. He's freaking out.
Oh, I've already used my action to cast a spell, so I'm good.
Alicia, go ahead and give me one more perception check.
8.
8. That was actually enough.
Oh, nice.
You finally hear the Eldritch Blast. You hear the suggestion. You hear the talking, and you sort of flicker your eyes awake. There's this green creature above you that has got something in its hand, some sort of paste or some sort of jelly, and obviously a tuft of your hair in its other hand, and it's getting ready to mush the two together. And it doesn't look nice.
Yeah, I don't think he should do that. So I'm going to use a acid splash cantrip.
Okay.
So Alicia starts awake, sees this thing about to combine this disgusting mush with a strand of her hair, and she just flicks her fingers upwards, and a spray of acid materializes in front of them.
Okay.
First time using the spell.
This is your first time doing Alicia as an arcane trickster, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Ooh.
Yeah, I switched over. Sorry. Dex saving throw.
Okay.
DC 12.
He fails miserably. He is
Nice.
stunned that you're awake. Don't even roll damage. One is enough. I assume you're trying to kill the creature, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he disintegrates way faster than he should. The hair disintegrates, the goo disintegrates, and he just becomes this smoking puddle on the ground, which very quickly evaporates.
Can I do some sort of arcana check or nature check? Try to figure out what it is.
You can on your next turn. Flavian. Is it Flavian or Flavian? I forget.
Flavian.
Flavian.
An echo in here.
Nope.
In here.
In here.
Can I still see the two that are running?
There's only one left that is running.
Okay.
Sorry. There are two left. I thought you had gotten the second one.
No, I got the floor next to my feet.
Yep.
I will start by launching an Eldritch Bolt with my fingers of death at each one.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so both hit them.
Beautiful. They burst into flames once again as though they were just doused in gasoline, just disintegrating.
How many are left?
Just one left. No, none left. You're right. You got them all.
Never mind.
Blow my fingers and settle back down to sleep.
The fuck was that? Ugh, those are
Examine
disgusting.
whatever they were trying to put the hair into. See if I can determine what kind of spell component that might be.
Go ahead and give me a nature or arcana check, your choice.
Can I do the same?
You can. And remind me, Flavian, are you human or half elf?
I'm half elf.
17.
9.
And which one did your roll do?
I
roll-
was Arcana and I was 12.
Arcana
Okay.
17.
Okay. This does not look like a normal spell component. This actually looks like a bodily fluid from something. The more you look at it, and the more you smell it, and the more you think about what they were doing, you think that this might have been the work of a hag. Now, hags are a little bit different in this world than they are in the D&D normal world.
I suspected as much.
Hags and their male counterparts, Grimm, are born exclusively to human parents. Very rare, and they always kill the parents that they're born to. They are basically elementally charged fey humanoids. It goes back to the fey and the humans relationship, but they're mana burned from birth. What happens when you cast too much magic, you pull too much mana into yourself, you burn the shit out of yourself. They're nasty, nasty, nasty pieces of work. They can do some really weird shit with magic, and you're pretty sure they were trying to curse, control, poison, something nasty. That couldn't have been good.
Now, these weren't
Okay.
hags. They were just things that work for them.
Correct.
So where's the hags?
Oh dear.
Yep. Looks
It's at
like
this
we
point
have a quest.
that Kai, Lohar, and Don stand up
Oh,
and
no.
start walking.
I go up to Kai. Hey,
Kai's eyes are open, but they aren't focused on anything. They're just,
so it's like no one's there.
it's like no one's there.
And yeah, but I'm with you for the part that's different to usual.
Ah,
Sorry, too easy. I can say exactly the same about me and all my characters. So yeah, glass houses and stones.
What's going on? Where are they going?
Did we succeed in killing the hags that were taking their hair too, or did we not get that
I
far?
thought I got all of them.
you
But
did.
we got all of them.
Were those hags or were those
Well,
creatures that were created by hags?
Familiars.
I reach out with my arcane senses. Do I think I could counterspell this, GM?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, or Nature or Medicine, your choice.
Doesn't matter when you roll a 4.
That's fair. No, you unfortunately do not think that you can.
Yep.
Anyone else is more than welcome to try, though.
What do you think, guys?
Nobody.
Mm.
What was the roll?
Medicine, Arcana, or Nature.
Medicine, Arcana, or Nature? Not very good at it, but I'll give it a go. Nope. That's a 7.
Nah. Which
So
one
this
did you
is
roll? I'll give you a little something.
Don Julio, Kai, and I'm sorry, who's the other one?
Lohar.
Lohar, and they're all trying to walk off.
In the same direction, correct.
I'm hoping they're not moving too quickly. I'm gonna take a round to get in front of them, and then when I get there, I'm gonna cast Hold Person on all 3.
Okay.
Ah,
They automatically fail any saving throws. They're not trying.
Okay.
You are holding all 3 of them.
Okay.
They are still trying to walk to the point. What does it look like when you've held them?
Well, I put my staff in front of me, and then when it hits the ground, roots go into the ground, and those it looks like the same roots kind of just come up around their feet a little bit.
you shall not pass.
All 3 of them just face plant because they try to keep walking, and when you don't have a foot to put down in front, everybody does the flop.
This will only hold them for a minute.
I've got something for that.
We have a minute.
Alicia's going to whip out some rope, and she's going to tie them up
Appreciate it.
as quickly as she can.
Flavian actually has some deep experience with successful rolls achieving Shibari knotwork, and he continues to demonstrate his newfound ability.
It works.
And I walk
As
circles
my,
around
as my
them.
daughter gags me.
Yes. I walk circles around them, and just like nonsense comes out. When I'm concentrating on a spell, I just pace. Like, should be. We've got about 40 seconds left. Rope looks good. I think we've got this, guys.
So I'm not actually taking charge. I'm just helping Mary out.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check, Alicia.
Oh, 13.
Yeah.
That's
But I mean, they're paralyzed, so whatever.
it's not hard. You got it. How are you tying them? Are you tying their hands and feet? Are you hog tying them? What are you doing?
Alicia is going to tie their hands and feet together behind their back, so hog tie, because that way they can't really hurt themselves, hopefully. She's trying to get them as prone as possible.
For their own good. Is there anything on their person that shouldn't be? Like, is there like a spot of goop or maybe a hair misplaced or anything that looks like?
All 3 of them do have notable bits of hair missing, like, a solid tuft. But other than that, no. The only thing is this weird blank expression in their eyes, and the more you look at them, the more you realize that something on the magical side of things isn't there.
Isn't there? That's interesting. Okay.
There's an emptiness there.
I have a moment of oops when I wonder whether I blew up their blew up their magical bits by accident.
Uh-oh.
So, do we know what's happening with them? I can cast Detect Magic, but I can't really diagnose what the problem is.
Detect magic might be a good start.
Why not? Alicia's going to cast Detect Magic.
So when you, I assume that your detect magic takes a visual flair to it.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want me to describe, or?
Sure, go for it.
Alicia pulls a pouch off of her belt, and she pours some sparkling dust into her hand, and then casts it over the 3 prone party members. And as it falls, it centers and swirls around the areas that are affected by the magic.
Pretty.
So anything that is alive, anything that has any sort of soul or spirit or magic to it, will react very, very slightly to that. They don't react at all. Everything around them does. All the grass, all the roots, all the flowers, all the insects. They're a dead zone. There's nothing in there.
That's troubling.
How much do I know about hags?
Give me a nature check.
Nature.
Nature or arcana. I'll allow either.
Or history?
Or history. You'd get slightly different information with either.
Yeah, I wanted to use all 3. I want all the information. No. I think what they've done to them is more arcana than nature.
16 on the Arcana roll.
Gosh, 14 on the arcana roll because I rolled a 6.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
11.
Lord. What was yours, Russ? 16?
16 Arcana.
Yeah.
16 will do it. So the soul is a tangible thing. It's what gets plucked out of the ether and what gets pushed into a body when it resurrects. There's a lot of stuff with healing there. There is no soul there.
Yeah,
it has
there's no
been
souls.
taken out and put somewhere else. You can't destroy a soul. It can go somewhere else. You can't destroy it. So it's still out there somewhere.
Good times.
That makes sense, assuming your character said that.
Yes, of course.
They are all 3 still trying to shuffle in a direction. By the
But
way.
if they're soulless, why are they motivated to go anywhere?
Maybe their body's being drawn back to their soul? I don't know.
I mean, we might have to untie them and let them go wherever they were going to figure out where their souls are.
Oh,
Or
we can
we
walk one of them like a dog. Put a lead on it, and then he can just kind of walk forward, and then
We could just take one. Hope the other, but if we leave the other 2,
I could try to conceal them somehow. If we dug out a pit, then we could put them in, put
yes,
some
we
leaves on
could
top.
bury them alive. I
There you
love
go.
it.
No, just with leaves, not with dirt, please.
Notice the lack of my character voice when I said it. I do love it. We'll bury them alive. I love it.
So Tabs, John, welcome back. It was good to have you. Good to have you back.
You're in a tomb.
Buried alive. Yeah. Your oxygen is running out, and you're hogtied.
You're in a coffin and you have no soul, but you're not exactly undead. You're worse off than that, actually. What happens when you miss a session? Huh?
Good night.
Good
Oh,
night.
that's what you're going tonight on. Good night. Sorry. Sweet dreams, I guess.
Thank you, guys. She's in bed with Oscar and I now. We know why.
Well, Dad, I'm out. Oh, I shouldn't speak.
So what are you guys doing?
I like Mary's idea of putting one on a leash. I was going to say let's work out which direction they were going in and just follow that direction, but the leash is so much more fun.
Right?
We could just, if they were going to make any turns, we wouldn't know it. I mean, I suggest we take Kai,
Yep, seconded.
because that's hit points, and then we could leave those 2 buried alive. Is there a cave and a rock? Is it an empty? I don't know. I'll do a nature check to see if I can find the most opportune place to ditch two of our party members.
Quite literally ditch in this context.
Ditch.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Uh,
Go ahead and give me a nature check.
oh, I feel so dirty.
Can I
Hey,
give you a stealth check?
you can assist with the stealth check, and I'll keep that in mind.
So I see a tree. I rolled an 8 in case it didn't pop up for you guys. I see a tree with a decent hole in it, and that's where I stop and try to just see if I can. It's a horrible idea, but he doesn't know that. He's just trying to. Maybe I can open this a little more and stick him in the tree. I'm useless.
The bees might be a problem.
That's actually what I was going to suggest. And you know what? An 8's enough. Alicia, give me your stealth check. Let's see if we can Tetris him in there.
It's a 27.
Gonna stick him in
Oh,
a
yeah.
tree.
Alicia does some things to their bodies that you didn't think were possible. Bends limbs in weird ways. It doesn't seem to be hurting them. Just her knowledge of
Doesn't seem to be
flexibility
hurting them.
and everything. I mean, they don't have souls right now. You wouldn't know. They wouldn't react. But yeah, she fits him in there.
She pokes a couple of pressure points and they just go limp. And then she just kind of.
That'll do.
Two of your party members are now meatballs. Just fold
This is
it.
in character. What the? Okay.
They can still breathe. They'll be fine.
And then I guess we'll untie Kai. Does she need her weapons? Is that a thing?
Nah, he doesn't need weapons.
I take Kai's weapons with me just in case.
And they're probably heavy.
How cooking?
Kai's got a great foot, I think.
I'm not weak. I have a strength of a whole 8.
Yeah, I know. If you made a character that wasn't strength based, your strength is an 8. I already knew that. Mine's also an 8. I'm pretty sure Alicia's is an 8.
10.
10.
Holy shit, Alicia.
Kai's weapons are heavy. I was like,
Y'all managed to get it though.
oh, okay.
So it's just a great sword. It's like a couple pounds.
I mean,
It's not
you
too
can carry it.
bad. Just put it on his back.
I keep forgetting.
Yeah, tied to him. Well, no, we don't want him to be able to use it just in case.
He's not.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
what I do, I peace bond it, and then tie it to him.
There you go.
There you go.
Very nice. Ugh.
Okay.
Ugh. Ugh. So you said you're leashing him. How are you leashing him?
Alicia is going to change things up a bit. So his legs are no longer tied, but his arms are behind his back and tied. And she's going to tie a rope to that and then just hold it like a leash.
Beautiful.
She's going to let him go.
He walks. He gets up and starts walking. It's maybe 10-15 minutes of walking. He tries to go straight through the underbrush, but you're able to sort of lead him around and through better paths and stuff. It's like riding a really terribly trained horse. So many Pat Play references. Anyways, you're able to get him going the right way. And as you guys go further and further into the forest, you start looking around and you start seeing these faint, ghostly blue lights off in the distance between the trees.
Nope.
One over here goes out, one over there goes out. These things are blinking on and off with more and more frequency. Alicia, you would for sure recognize these as will-o-wisps.
Nice. What do I know about them?
They are creatures that are drawn to energy, drawn to power, drawn to magic. So they show up a lot afterwards on battlefields. They show up a lot sometimes in certain kinds of dungeons, around towns, around wizard shops, stuff like that. Anywhere there's potions made. Swamps usually have just a ton of life energy there. They don't really do anything. They just sort of float there and absorb energy until one day they pop and become something else.
Do they have any sentience or can they be controlled?
Not really.
I'm gonna take a moment and Alicia, right?
Yes, Alicia.
Alicia. Alicia.
Alicia. Yep.
Okay, I keep saying.
Alicia.
So I mentioned I've seen you sneak around, and I don't want the hags to know you're coming. They're going to know we're coming. So just give me a moment. And I take a little bit of dirt and I move some stuff over here, and I move I part your hair differently, and I cast not non-detection.
Oh, cunning.
Hmm.
Non-detection is one of my domain spells, a level 3, and at this point you won't be able to be scryed or blah 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 from the hags. We still will be, but
I never thought I'd see a non-detection spell be useful. Chris, well done. You just expanded my horizons.
That was pretty cool.
Nice.
so at this point, as we approach, you'll actually be like a minute ago you were gonna hide, but she was gonna know you're coming. Now you won't have to. Just the two of us are coming. Just try to stay with us, but try to make it look like when you do the path, don't leave too much of a trace, and we should be okay. But magically, no divination's gonna pick you up.
As an alternative, I've actually got the mobility feat, so I'm not hindered by difficult terrain. And since we're going
yeah.
into kind of a swampy area,
Peace out.
I can scout ahead and
Just
then
don't
rush
die,
back.
because I won't be able to find you with detection. That's not
I will do
concentration.
my best.
That's not concentration. That's 8 hours. It just happens. So I won't be able to take it off. Okay.
All right. I've got a little bit of time to prepare, so can I use minor illusion to do kind of a camouflage effect, or possibly silent image, the first level spell?
Chris, remind me. Minor illusion. It does not move once it's
Correct.
cast.
Minor illusion. You can move a sound, or you can create a 5-foot inanimate object that isn't going anywhere ever.
Okay.
Silent image is the spell you're looking for, and it's
Yeah.
Cantrips aren't that cool.
All right. Figured I'd give it a go. Give me one moment.
To be honest, knowing what your stealth score is, and given that you're already on non-detection, you probably don't need camouflage.
Oh, fine. I guess +9 is enough.
She says.
She says as she crit fails.
What?
Really? As you start walking away, I see that you have something trailing behind you that's causing you to brush into leaves and stuff. I stop you, spend my inspiration to say, whoa. I just spotted this, and I tuck it into your pouch.
Nicely done. Reroll.
Nicely done.
Good job.
Nice.
Okay.
Mage skills, reality's malleable.
hmm
Nice.
It is refreshing to play D&D with mage players instead of people that just go, I do this, I do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
it is refreshing.
It's also refreshing to be able to hear all the different players.
Sorry?
What are you talking about?
That was funny.
Can you not hear me right now? Or is that?
No.
No, he's saying that normally there's so many voices he can't be checked.
Oh yeah. You get above 4 players, and yeah.
Yeah.
Although I've probably spoken more tonight than I had done the last 3 sessions together. Still.
Well, that's a good thing, honestly. It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's
So should I count that as an auto success, or should I just roll again?
I'm waiting on a reroll.
Oh, okay.
Good effort though.
14. I rolled a 5.
There we go. If this wasn't such an important roll, I would have given that not a success.
I get it.
Okay, so you're scouting ahead, yes?
Mhm.
How are you scouting ahead? How do you know which direction to go?
I would take note of the positioning of the will-o-wisps. I'm guessing they're going to be more clustered around the source of magic. I also paid attention to the way that Kai was trying to go. And between those two things and my mobility feat, which lets me very easily move over difficult terrain, I'm hoping that she can cover a lot of ground and just kind of figure things out.
Beautiful. You absolutely can. As you go through the underbrush and just sneak through and over and under and do the anime ninja jump between the tree branches, you weave.
You know she does.
You notice the will-o-wisps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
I have to step away. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
That's
Yep.
fine. You want me to pause? I guess not. You notice the will-o-wisps getting bigger and bigger and bigger until they're like, boom. They're getting to have a little bit of a gravity to them. So you're
Wow,
having,
this one was suck.
yeah, there you go. So you're having to like sort of pull away from them, and they're starting to move towards you as you get closer. But you do manage to get another maybe quarter mile down the way, and you notice that there is a large cluster of these things just sort of spinning around a very large tree. That you know how sometimes roots will sort of open up and it looks like you can sort of go under the tree.
Yep.
Very much so that aesthetic. And they're just floating around this tree in orbit.
I'm going to look all around the tree, see if I can find any traps or anything that might impede our progress.
Remind me length of detect magic. 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Maybe an hour.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. It's been more than 10 minutes. So you do not have detect magic up. Go ahead and give me a investigation or perception or arcana if you're looking specifically for magical traps.
Crit.
On what?
On investigation.
Okay. You don't notice any physical traps. There's too much underbrush, too much stuff going on to really set any physical traps, except for maybe like a pitfall. You don't see any evidence of that. You do notice that there are sigils carved into the bark of the tree all around the entrance, but you can't quite make them out. You're a little far away from that. You're sort of too afraid to get too close to that. So there's probably something defensive going on there. And once again, the will-o-wisps, the more you stay in one place, the more they start moving towards you. As they do, you start feeling like an electrical charge sort of thing going. And you're pretty sure that's not a good idea to let these ones touch you. The little ones, not a big deal. These guys, they're big and they're probably going to be problems.
Okay. If I bring the rest of the party back, will I be able to point out where these runes are?
Yes.
Then Alicia's going to go back and grab the rest of the party.
Okay. Do you want to take a couple minutes break until Dude gets back? Oh,
I'm
never
here.
mind.
I'm just. You don't need to watch me eat, so I kill the video when I'm eating.
No worries. Okay. So you guys, you're bringing them back. You're following Kai. Are you guys doing anything else on the way?
Now that we've found the hag's hut, I think that we should tie Kai up somewhere. Maybe hide him. There's no reason to bring him in.
Yep, I agree.
He might attack us from behind if we leave him unattended.
There's some time up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could hog tie him. I mean, I don't think he can get out of my knots.
Is he
We've
safe here?
tried.
If you think it's safe here. Okay.
Nah, probably not.
You guys got to make a decision on that. Are you guys going to bring him into the hag's hut? Or are you guys going to tie him up somewhere? Or are you guys going to take him back to try and fit him into the same tree as you?
Are there any tall trees around us?
Lots. The trees here are actually at least twice the size of the other ones that you've seen.
Alicia is going to attempt to hog tie Kai and then tie, like the rope that she was using for the leash, she wants to toss it over a particularly strong looking branch and just kind of work together with the others, since she's not very strong, to pull him up to a place where he'll be safe.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do an athletics check for that. And let's do that as a group check to see if he...
Sure.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, this is going to be awful.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I have the ability to jump, so maybe I can grab Kai, use the jump spell,
I rolled a
and
2.
then
I'll
just-
take that as a 1.
pop up.
7 from me.
Up until now, Dude's never actually tried to do anything physical, and this is not an exception. He just kind of,
Crit.
you're doing great. I think
crit?
that'll work. We'll bury two and hang the other.
So Do is sitting there like trying to figure out how to do this. Flavian is struggling. Alicia realizes that she really shouldn't be trying to do this by sheer strength, but using levers and using this route over here, and she's able to devise this whole pulley system, and you guys do manage to get him up
Nice.
with a strength crit from the road.
I'm going to tie it securely on that end so he doesn't just come falling down again.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Oh, was quite impressive, actually.
She gives an elaborate bow.
Zach, can I ask a question?
Yes.
While Dude's watching this, he's got something in mind. If for some reason Kai was suddenly to get his senses about him again, would he kill himself getting down? Is this going to be like when he gets a moment of clarity and then he sees himself? Is he going to be like, "Ha! Hung dead," or jump, fall 20 feet dead, or does he have a chance? I mean, what happens when he gains his that?
So I'm assuming that with the crit, Alicia has not just hung him up by a thing. She hasn't lynched Kai.
No.
Okay.
As
Not this
amusing as
time.
that wouldn't be, of course.
So I assume she's created some sort of harness that's holding him up, and he's probably not that high up. I mean, how high could you guys actually lift him? So
You said pulley.
Good.
that's fair. That's fair.
Got a challenge.
I was just I figured now's a good time to cover that instead of next week or the week after when Kai's here and hanging from a tree.
Fair enough.
You wake up in a tree.
Wah, wah. Okay, so Kai's in a tree, Cat's in a tree. What are you guys doing?
I take the party back and I point out where I saw the runes that I wasn't really able to figure out.
Now that you guys are in a group, that magnetic charge, whatever force was pulling those will-o-wisps towards you, is stronger.
Uh-oh.
So you guys are having to actively move around these things and move your position so they don't run into you. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Today.
Am I not actually that tan?
You're actually more tanned, but on the camera you look very tanned.
But I'm actually more tan than Roland.
You're even more tanned.
Sorry, I know that was a rabbit hole. It was something of a tangent.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're going shopping?
Yes.
I think so.
I found any Cheez-Its for tomorrow morning and have to take to school for a snack. So off I go. See you guys later. Is anyone
Bye.
got anything from the shop?
So as you guys are dodging around and avoiding these will-o-wisps, the opening, the doorway, whatever you want to call it, the opening in the roots, is by far large enough for a humanoid to enter, probably for a large humanoid to enter. It goes down maybe 10, 15 feet, and then it's really dark. You can't really see what else it does, but it's like a 45-degree ramp that goes down there. There are maybe 10, 12 sigils around the tree, the opening, and you guys can give me a Arcana check if you like to see what they are for entering.
Yes, I would love to read those.
Jesus Christ, what are my rolls today? 4.
That's unfortunate.
Is that unfortunate?
17.
21.
Nice.
17 and 21. Very good. So those are warding glyphs. Very simple magic, not something you'd expect out of a hag, but
Right.
here we are. The only difference is like these are pretty easy to scuff and destroy. They just take a minute or two, but there's like 15 of them. So I'm going to need 3 dexterity checks from each of you, dexterity saving throws, to see if any of you get hit by one of these things as you are scuffing up the marks.
All right then. Let's see.
25.
3 of them in a row.
Natural 1, 6, and 10.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
Can I use Mage Hand or Mending to work on these from over here?
Unfortunately, no. You have to pour some of your own arcane energy into them, disrupting them as you go.
Okay.
Excellent try, though. If you can give me a reason that you'd be able to do that from afar, I'm more than willing to listen.
Well, Mage Hand can carry many things, but you said something about carrying magic itself, which it's made out of, but with an Arcana check, I can manipulate a Mage Hand to do exactly that. After that, Mending can grow part of the root over the sigil that we're attempting to destroy. I thought either one of those might be a good move there.
And
Go
well
for it.
aimed Firebolt or Eldritch Blast might help scuff things.
That very well might.
Mine is 25, 9, 26.
Can I use an Arcana roll in place of a Dex check?
Yes. You can use an Arcana roll to see if you can start doing the Mage Hand idea for that.
16?
Okay. That is good enough, so you do not have to roll. Rez, you said, or Flavian, you said you were going to try and use Firebolts?
Yeah. Bear in mind, I've already made my 3 Dex saves, and I failed my first one miserably. So.
I'm going to be nice, though, especially since there's only 3 party members.
Yep.
So instead, give me 3 attack rolls. And Alicia, you're dodgy as fuck, so you're fine.
Sweet.
You passed yours magnificently.
16, 11, 15.
Good enough. You guys are all able to scuff up the runes. You're able to destroy the wards very quickly. Nobody gets harmed in the making of this movie, and you are free to enter.
Which is still a horrible idea. Let's go.
It's up
Red
to you.
Brigade, charge!
Earlier, I heard my new favorite battle cry. I'd never thought of it before. I think Cherisu was actually trying to retreat, but from the other side of the room, she yelled, "We're not supposed to be here!" And I was charging at the time, and I was like, that makes for an amazing battle card.
Yeah.
We're not
Beautiful.
supposed to be here! And she's like running the other... Anyways,
Beautiful.
that's my new battle cry. It's I can see Leroy Jenkins at the front, and then like there's everybody else, whoever shouldn't have been where they are.
Hmm.
I see a T-shirt. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Aha, there we go. So let me know if you guys can see that.
Oh, I'm not even looking at that screen. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. We don't have characters.
You do not have characters yet. Give me just a moment. I'm making sure that this is where it's supposed to be.
Do I have that extension up? I don't think I did.
There's Alicia.
How did I do that?
There's a Dew. And there's a Flavian. As you guys go down and as you enter this complex, you realize that it is much, much larger than you realize. There's airflow down here. There's lighting. Like there's this weird sort of photosynthetic moss that's covering everything. As you go down further and further, the roots are no longer brown. They're green. They're sprouting. It's like everything is significantly more vibrant and alive down here than it should be. Roots are sort of carving out this very geometric shape to the hallways and to the rooms, and you realize that somehow this creature has designed this complex out of the roots and out of the life in the area. Give me 1 second. As you enter this room, you see what can only be described as a pile of meat and bones. As you enter the room, it sort of stirs and shifts a little bit and draws itself to its full height. It's a flesh golem. For those of you who are arcanely inclined, these things are not common, but they're famous enough because they're gross and people talk about them. And it's just standing there. It's on all fours, just sort of looking at you. Alicia, insight check.
One moment. $14.
It does not seem to be able to perceive you.
Oh.
She's going to test that just by moving slightly to the left and to the right. See if she can get any reaction out of it.
None at all. It's like it doesn't see you at all. It is not doing anything. It's breathing, but it's just standing there. It got up and it's looking at you. It's not attacking. It does appear standing in front of a wall of maybe glyphs or something, some sort of stone tablet looking thing.
Ooh, can I make heads or tails of it with him in the way?
Not really.
Right.
It's difficult. The lighting's not great. It's passable, but it's not great.
What do I know about flesh golems?
What do you know about flesh golems? They aren't necessarily necromantic. Usually it's more like animating the flesh that's already dead, but without putting a soul into it. You're not really reanimating it. You're just sort of making it move. It's one of those things that's really on the line of legality. Let's see. They're immune to a lot of different kinds of damage. Almost immune to everything that's non-magical, including non-magical weapons, just because you're not actually attacking the meat. You're attacking the magical patterns that make this thing's able to move. They really don't like fire. That sort of destroys the pattern.
Glad to hear that.
And they're unintelligent. They follow a programmed set of orders. So they're very easy to manipulate, very easy to outthink.
I relay that.
I don't think it can see me.
I'm hoping it can't. And it really isn't going to like fire. Wink.
Uh,
I don't have any fire spells, but
I have one or two.
Yes. How do I keep you
You-
alive while you destroy it? Is there any? There's no cover in this room, is there?
None.
Oh, Chris or Zach, game mechanics question. If someone casts non-detection on me, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, it does. If someone casts non-detection on me, and I attack, does non-detection drop?
No, but you're right. It might not matter.
Because that would be, if you can't see me, that's advantage.
Non-detection is invisibility. It's just I'm using a divine spell to see you, which
Yeah,
I assume.
got that.
Okay.
But if I'm assuming the reason it can't see Alicia is the non-detection.
You might be right. We could find out. We could shall we? See if it really only sees through that. I will cast non-detection on Flavian as well. But
Okay.
see, the problem with that, and this is a completely out of character. I don't think it's metagaming. It's just what my character's thinking is. At this point, we've snuck Alicia in. If I cast non-detection on you, we've shown that I have non-detection.
Aha, you're
See, now-
absolutely right.
And hags aren't dumb, but I really don't know. Like I don't want to now. I know. I want to get the combat advantage in this encounter, but I don't want to lose the war by
Yeah,
being.
you're absolutely right. I'm fine with that.
And Chris, you're absolutely right. Hags and Grim are extremely intelligent.
Yeah,
They've
they're
been around
not
for
stupid.
centuries. They study, they see things. So
Right now, she's not even looking for the third. I cast it on you. Where'd the second go? Wait, is there a third?
Hang about, yeah.
That's where I'm at with that.
Yep, I think your logic is very sound.
So I shouldn't be in combat at all with you guys then.
What'd you say?
Yes, you're right. You should not not go in combat at all.
What'd you say? I didn't hear anything.
You shouldn't join the
Oh.
combat at all.
Yeah. Lol.
Yeah, the question is, how do we keep you alive?
Oh, 1 second. What is everyone's HP? Because I don't think that these are updated.
Ooh, good question.
Yeah, let's update that. I have no idea.
Alicia, I
Oh, no,
don't
that's
think
not right.
23 anymore.
No, it's 27 now.
That is
Small games.
not much better.
And very dodgy, but very squishy.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Flavian, while I've got you up, what do you got?
45.
45? And
I'm also at 45. But I tried to adjust it, and it turned out to be 45 out of 38. So I realized I can't do it.
Alicia, that's really low. What's your constitution?
8.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
That's my dump
Are you
stat.
are you subtracting hit points per level with that? You shouldn't. I don't think you should be. That's like rules is
No,
written.
honestly,
The older you get, you die quicker with an 8. But I don't think that's that's not a thing I do. I was just curious.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so what are you guys doing? It doesn't appear to be able to see Alicia, and it is not appearing aggressive, although it did get up, and I don't know if I'd call that posturing. Maybe sort of body language wise saying I'm here. Maybe don't go any further. I don't know. Baka.
Alicia's going to walk right up to it, see if she can get a good view of those runes, and she's going to pull out a drawing pad and she's going to try to copy them as perfectly as possible so that she can bring back to the mage.
Let's
Good
test.
job.
Let's test this theory. Holy shit!
Give me 1 second.
I got little tricks like Shield of Faith, but if this guy walks over here and just starts swinging, he's gonna hit me.
I'm almost wondering if it's going to be hostile at all.
I think if Flavian hit it right with a firebolt or any other fire damage, and you happen to swing your sword and hit in a similar area, we might be able to trick the hag into thinking the fire's doing the damage.
Yep, I think you're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good idea.
But I have no idea. I mean, I've got Sanctuary and Shield of Faith to protect, but it's too early to pull any real big guns. Are you comfortable? You might need more hit points.
Who, me?
Oh, well. Enhanced ability allows, like I used it before to enhance my wisdom. If you enhance your constitution, you get temporary hit points. That one's fun.
I think I'll be okay, though.
Yeah.
My character's very dodgy. I think I even have something that says I can have damage. 1 second.
Evasion or
Yeah,
something
evasion's
like
wonderful. Uncanny dodge.
that. That's what it
This is
was.
the half damage, yeah.
You can use a reaction to have damage. That's so nice.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Okay. So you're going up, just walking right up to it, trying to get around, trying to get a good look at these rooms.
Can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, as she's walking, she's going to pay very close attention to its body posture. She's going to try not to get within 5 feet of it, but she does want to get a good view of the rune. So she might go a little bit like wide around to the left of it, wide around to the right of it. Hopefully
Okay.
not too close.
What languages does Licia speak?
Common, Exidian, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay, interesting. Show me where you're going. Put your character there.
1 moment. First, she's going to go here.
That's written in glyphs very, very, very similar to Thieves' Cant. Believe it or not.
What?
I know.
Interesting.
You know how like hobos sometimes leave like markings on buildings and stuff like that? Like good food here or rooms are nice here or whatever.
This is news to me. I did not know this.
Really?
Yeah,
That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah. Look for them next time you're near like a railroad or something like that. Look at the buildings around. You'll see like little markings on them.
Mhm.
So it's very similar to that. If you study it for a minute, you think you'll actually be able to read it.
yeah, she'll take her time, figure it out.
And I assume you're going over to the other side to get another good look.
Yes.
I spend the whole time like looking at the flesh golem, trying not to look at her, looking at the flesh golem, trying not to look at the flesh golem. Like,
Yep. I realizing that I won't be able to control myself, and I will ask you questions. I sit down and begin to meditate on my spellbook. I don't have a spellbook. I sit down and begin to meditate.
It does not seem to notice her at all.
that is so cool.
Nice.
We do this in the optimum fashion right now.
I know. I'm so proud of you guys. So as you read these, as you puzzle them out, you realize that this is a basically directory. Home of Ilaria. And the rest of it is sort of a glyph explaining where the different rooms are and what they do.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, Suite 3. Yeah. Just head over to Suite 3 where the soul bag is. That'd be great. Soul depository.
So
Yeah,
I am
where-
going to.
That's awesome.
Okay. Straight ahead, window room. To the left, library. To the right, stored goods. Also to the right, the widows. And
The widows.
widows.
Ooh.
You have a
Plural.
room for those?
Yep. Windows straight ahead, widows to the right, stored goods to the right, to the left, library.
She's going to draw. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You also get the distinct impression, because as you're moving, they're changing, that as you go throughout the complex, your understanding of them is going to change.
Ooh.
Congratulations, you've hit a map room. You now have downloaded a rough estimation of what each room is as you get close to it.
Interesting. Okay. She's going to draw out a rough map for the party, and she's going to bring it on back.
Okay.
I'm thinking stored goods should be our first spot. Maybe she's trying to save the souls as some sort of component.
Oh, did you walk back over here and start talking to us?
Yes, she brought the map back to the party.
Okay. I suddenly made this map.
Wow, that was quite impressive.
I
It
was able
pretty
to
coming
determine what the symbols from behind the flesh golem are.
along. I told you that eyesight training would pay off.
Yes.
Very nice. Very nice.
And this over here, this means stored goods. We're looking for some stored goods. Souls
Sounds perfectly
stored
reasonable.
as goods. There's also Windows and Widows. I think that's the name of a tavern.
Two separate notations. But that would be funny as shit. Windows and widows.
Dungeons and Dragons, Widows and Widows.
Dungeons and Doggos.
That's the thing.
Yep.
I'd love to check out the library, but we're not here on a high. I start looking towards the area where I'd like to check out the library. If only I knew where to go first. Like waiting for you to point. You can talk all you want. They can't hear you. As far as I
Stored
know.
goods. Let's check it out.
Stored goods does sound like. Now, is this flesh golem going to attack us the second I move forward? Step.
He starts, I don't want to call it growling, because it's
Step.
not like putting blood in a blender, It's more like a loud gurgling. Yeah, but basically, it sounds like he really needs to clear his throat. And he sort of grows extra spikes and has a maw now with teeth and fangs that wasn't there before. It just sort of came out of him.
I'm
How
not
deep
looking.
is the ditch?
What's that?
How deep is the ditch?
What ditch?
Isn't there a ditch? Oh, is that a wall?
Yeah,
No,
that's the runes that they were studying.
I know, but is that a wall it's on, or is that a ditch?
That is a wall. Sorry.
Ah, okay.
Ah. Yep. Are we? I don't know if we can get by this guy. Concerned. We could do this. We have a way to get out. In case it goes.
I don't see any other way to get around this rather than just kill it. I wish I did.
We're strategically missing the people that can handle this in a different way. Yes.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I can pump out a lot of damage, but it's going to hit me at least once.
Well, I can cast Shield of Faith on you. If that 2 points is going to make a difference, or what do you know?
Well, 2 points plus shield will add up.
Because if I start buffing you, I'm going to play you as the tank and back off. Like,
Is there any penalty to casting ranged spells in melee?
Yeah, I think they get an opportunity attack, don't they, Chris?
no. If you cast a ranged spell while 5 feet away from somebody, you're at disadvantage on your attack roll. All your even if you're attacking somebody else, if you're within 5 feet of an enemy, you're at disadvantage on your attack.
Yeah,
That's a big problem.
Yeah, he's right there. Tsar.
What if I went deeper into the complex and caught some sort of distraction that might draw the golem away?
Well, there's probably a
You
command
can't
I-
draw the golem away. That's the point. Like, I don't think that's gonna work.
That's fair. It doesn't have to be
It doesn't
sentient.
know you're there.
I was thinking like some sort of like bomb going off or a loud
Oh.
noise that could investigate, but it's probably not sentient. So
I think something else would investigate that, but the golem would still be here.
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I think it's going to have to be mirror image followed by all-out attack.
Okay. If you're gonna mirror image, I'm just gonna try to keep my distance and bink it with all the help I can.
Yeah, that's right.
So we
Okay.
were talking about this earlier, Zach. What we're going to do, I'm going to delay if Flavian is after me. And then as his bolts hit, Alicia is going to try to hit in a similar area.
Ah, clever. Very clever. So sounds like you guys are going into initiative, if I'm not mistaken.
You are not mistaken.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
$11 plus 1, 12.
10.
Oh, my link worked. Uh-oh, I tapped it twice. I'll take the first one.
Right.
What is it?
16.
Do.
No valid
Dude.
token was selected. I have to select a token.
Dude, what you doing?
Let's see.
Oh, no. Mirror image is useless. A creature is unaffected by this spell if it can't see, or if it relies on senses other than sight, such as blind sight, or if it can perceive illusions as false. For me, that would suggest that given it can't see Alicia, it's going to be useless.
Yeah, it might not be seeing with its eyes. You're not wrong.
Yep. Oh, well, don't have a choice. I'm doing it.
Dude's up first. What you doing?
Yeah. Okay. That's a great question. What am I doing?
We get a surprise round, don't we, Chris?
Mm.
I'm sorry, Zach.
That's a good question. It knows that you're there.
But it's not expecting us suddenly to have spells erupt from our fingertips.
Possibly. We'll see how it goes.
See, I'm gonna step up just a little bit. I still have movement to go back, and I don't know if this is gonna work. Yeah, I'm gonna say, okay, big guy, I want to take a look at the whole thing. Just turn around for me. I'm using command as I say, turn. And I want to see if I can make him waste a round just doing a little dance for me so we can blast the shit out of him.
So remind me, that's a
Um,
saving throw of some kind?
Yeah, that's going to be a wisdom saving throw, DC 15. It's an enchantment, but I don't see the word charm anywhere.
Good. I'm less worried now.
So
One.
one. Now, the beauty of command is once it starts, if he fails the saving throw, that's what he does on his action. That's his action. So his action isn't going to be walk over here and kick my ass. His action is going to be a ballerina and do a little turn.
And I would suggest that that's after his surprise round.
I have no idea if there was a surprise round or not.
If you get one.
I don't. I think he knew we were there like the whole time. But I don't. But yeah, on his turn, he will use his action to turn.
Hey, do
Yeah.
A little dance.
I think you have a flesh golem now.
Uh-oh.
How'd that happen?
I don't know. Something glitched. Something malfunctioned. Your command just overrid its command.
I'll be right back. That's beautiful.
Has it crit failed?
Okay.
Amazing.
Okay. Level 1 command for the win. Well, I didn't expect that.
It's just spinning in place now.
Sometimes things work out. Should I stop spinning? Does it stop?
Oh yeah, it does. You have no idea how long this is going to last for.
Right. Can I make an Arcana check to get a ballpark? As in a minute, an hour, 8 hours, 24 hours, the usual.
Yep. Go ahead and make it.
At dawn, like we know the drill. I have no idea what to roll. Damn it. Yeah, probably the 13. Okay, I just want to try to roll. Hang on. Okay, I know what's happening. I linked the D&D Beyond back to, and now that it's rolling here, there's no die on my screen. I kind of missed the die. There was the last time when I linked it on my computer, so I'll figure it out. Sorry about that. I don't like the way the extension's working. I'm gonna turn it off. The reverse one was the 12, unfortunately.
12. Somewhere between 1 minute and an hour.
Yeah. And I mentioned that.
Can you tell it to tear itself apart?
I can try. I think we're better off destroying it now. Yes.
Or we could use it to attack the stronghold.
Okay.
Or cause a distraction.
Are we heading to the storage room?
Yeah, so send it off in the opposite direction.
Okay, take us where we should not be, to the storage room.
So you're telling it to go to the storage room?
Yep. Telling it to take us to the storage room, unfortunately. Oh, he doesn't have to turn around, that's fine.
He's squeezing. He's doing that, like trying to shimmy through the corridors that he was obviously never meant to go through. And he tries to get in here. And let me reveal that area a little bit more.
Oh, yes, I should catch up.
And he gets stuck.
Well, that's not working.
He's trying to shimmy around some more.
Oh, that's moving me. I wanted to move the map. Sorry.
Yeah, he's stuck.
Back up, please.
Beep, beep, beep. This flesh golem is reversing.
Take a look in there and see if I can figure out if there's anything in there like a soul.
Anything in there like a soul.
Looking for souls. Not really sure what they look like.
There you go.
I've cast Detect Magic, but number one, I'm not sure if souls are related to magic at all. And number two, this place probably would just light up like a candle.
Probably. There's a whole bunch of sealed crates in there, and periodically throughout the complex, you're going to find these plants that are sort of pushed out from under the root system. They're moving. Each of them is performing some kind of small task, especially these ones. Can I ping? Especially these guys, these vine-looking guys. This one in particular is sitting there trying to peel open that crate and having a tough time of it. It's gradually getting it, but yeah. You can't really see what's in any of the crates. This shrubbery thing here
Rubbery.
appears to be just sort of undulating. Like there's something in it. Maybe it's digesting something, or maybe it's creating something. There's something in there that's being worked on in some way.
Well,
I have to admit, I've worked on something in a shrubbery before myself a time or two. Did anybody else's screens go black? Oh, no, okay, my family.
The golem suddenly turns into a puddle. Bones and meat. And then starts sort of oozing his way out. As instructed.
okay.
And then he reforms.
Ugh.
Okay. Should we check out the storage room?
It occurs to me we could, on multiple levels, disarm the golem.
We could. Does it have any weapons? I don't think it does.
Just really big arms and lots of bone spines. I can hear. While you guys figure that out, I'm going to walk the dog real quick, so give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
I feel like we shouldn't disable it though. We should use it as an attack dog, just in case something comes after us in here. But if the hag saw it, she could probably just take control.
It's got that
Yeah.
cool puddle feature. You see that? Oh, what were we talking about? It's like he's playing with a new gauntlet. Well, I didn't know it could turn into a puddle and get through tight spaces, so that's good.
It's gross. So gross. Like, is that living flesh or is that dead flesh?
I'm completely comfortable with you blasting away at it now and getting rid of it. I think if you take its arms off, I mean, metagaming, if you take its arms off, it can still smash into us. It's really not changing its attack or its damage. Unless Zach would just put in a spin on it to make it different.
Yeah.
Just like a zombie. If you take off his arms, he's just smashing into you with his body. Same hit, same damage. But you want to turn it, you want to blast the shit out of it and destroy it. I'm not stopping you. Get out of the way now.
I'm just not sure if we should do that or if we should use it to attack something in here.
Well, if it's only a minute, we'll find out soon. And if it's an hour, then we probably have enough time to do something with it. Get it killed, protecting us, right? When we go check out what's in the storage room and come out and see if this guy is still on our side.
Yeah, we should probably destroy it.
I'm leaning towards keeping it around until it takes damage for us, but I have no idea if it's going to pay off. I also don't think the soul is in the storage room. I have no idea where it is.
Alicia only knows a little bit of magic, so she assumes that you store them, in the storage room. Why not?
Out of all the things on that list, on that directory, the storage room was the top of the list of places I'd keep a soul.
Right?
Can't argue with that.
Okay. One more thing to note, as you guys move, Alicia, your understanding of the map changes just a little bit, as I said it would. Off to this direction. Let me ping, please. The Widows. Off in that direction. Window room. And then off in this direction. Bathing area.
That's never good.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
I want
Well,
to open at least one box. Don't you want to open a box?
oh yeah.
You want- I
Alicia
do
wants to
want to
open all the boxes.
Well, don't open the boxes by the bushes yet. I think that might be dangerous.
That's fair.
Okay. So which box are you opening?
I'm going to start with this box.
Start with that box, huh?
Be careful.
Not that box.
It is nailed shut.
Nailed shut.
Yep.
I reach into my backpack, my adventurer's pack, and I pull out a crowbar.
Okay, there you go.
I use the crowbar to open the box.
Give me a strength check. It doesn't have to be very good.
3.
Every time this group makes a strength check, you're going to see me giggle a little.
3.
Well, it had to be better than a 3, unfortunately.
I try again using Mage Hand to help me.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
3.
I don't know. You got to get the proper leverage with it.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Who's going to try to do it?
I keep forgetting about this leverage.
I got a crit again. What the fuck?
Alicia,
I loosened it for you.
Alicia walks over and just goes, pop. The lid just explodes.
She has that
It's all
effect.
about
on
leverage, you know?
She has that effect on a lot of us.
Oh my goodness. Okay, inside you see lots of moldy wine bottles, lots of. You can see that there's liquid down at the bottom from stuff that's broken. It smells absolutely rancid and rank, but you do get the very distinct glint that that potions have. And you reach down and you do find a potion of fire giant strength.
What?
I drink the potion and use it to open the other boxes. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, I'd be all for that, honestly.
I take my time and start opening the other boxes.
Okay. The plants don't seem to bother you yet. In this one, you find some nice fabric worth about 50 gold.
Okay.
In this one, you find mostly a whole lot of broken mirrors. You do find a nice one that's worth about 20 gold. I am not writing any of this down. Somebody please keep track of this.
I just walked away. Oh,
So 200 gold so far. Got it.
well.
In this one, you find a single potion of healing. This one, everything in it appears to have once been meat.
Ugh.
It is no longer meat. Everyone give me a constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm still standing at the door. You still want it?
Nope.
12.
That's it. 12 is good enough.
2.
Alicia, you get violently ill
Oh, yeah. She does not do all it smells.
instantly.
Oh, yeah, your constitution's crap.
Yes, it is.
The bush reaches out and sops up the
Good job.
into itself.
Ugh.
That's not creepy at all.
He's a good boy.
What other ones are you opening?
Plants are so useful. I'm out of water.
I walk between the bush and the thing.
The vine stops what it's doing and looks at you. The bush stops gestating.
I say, hey. And I open the one beneath me.
The vine reaches out towards you as you're opening it. What do you do?
I realize it's being friendly. Hold that thought. I need to make a wisdom saving throw. I realize it's being friendly. Gently take the tendril and shake it friendly. Greetings. It's a pleasure to meet you, young vine. I am Flavian Redshirt.
You get the distinct impression, especially given the saliva that's all over your hand, that it was tasting you.
Oh.
What do you think?
It goes back to work.
I open the box.
You find a single gauntlet, not a pair, a single gauntlet, specifically the left one.
That's
Looking
handy.
at it, you think there might be something wrong with it. It just feels off, wrong.
Okay. Any idea what it might be?
Not without some. It's rusty. It's nasty. You'd have to clean it. You'd have to really inspect it. It's magical in some variety.
I shove it in my backpack for now.
Okay.
And I open the one diagonally down to the right of me.
Are you wearing gloves?
Yes, of course I am.
Good answer.
I'm Flavian. I wear fine doeskin gloves that dyed red.
And don't burn when I cast my spells.
There's a tiny little hole in the end of each of them
Yeah.
so I can gush
Obviously.
out.
Oh, there you go.
Because gushing is important.
This one is bottomless.
Hello.
Like there's no echo because there's no end.
I
Ooh.
look around for a small stone and drop it in, listening carefully.
Okay.
Okay. I open one. I move left and I open the others.
Alicia's going to try to pick up the bottomless box.
You can, yeah. It's still bottomless. It's heavy.
So,
Very unwieldy.
just to be clear, is it a bottomless box or is it a hole in the box and a hole in the ground underneath?
It's a bottomless box. When
So
you-
there's no hole in the ground underneath.
correct.
That's super cool.
If you look underneath the box, is there something there?
No.
So
I wonder what would happen if we just took this box and put the bush in it, like, turned it upside down, put it over the bush.
oh, I already have a volunteer in mind. Oh, Mr. Flesh Golem.
I saw that coming.
He gets stuck again.
Can you puddle yourself into this box and then just come out when I need you later? Is that a thing?
He just falls into it, and you hear this like something is inhaling very, very, very deeply, and he just falls and falls and falls and falls and falls.
I
until-
don't think we're going to see him again.
Well, that solves that problem.
In the rest of them, you find a very nice painting of just random colors. It almost looks like an acrylic pour painting, probably worth like 20 gold. This one, you find some nice spices of varying rarities, probably worth another 30 gold. This one, you find some nice crystals. Basically, the components needed to create this world's version of a scroll, but they haven't been enchanted yet. You find a second potion of healing in this one, and something that looks a lot like a Swiss Army knife.
Cool.
It's sort of interesting. As you pick it up and hold it, it becomes a crowbar. Like another piece of it folds out, and it turns into a crowbar.
Ooh.
Pretty cool.
You are currently holding a +2 all-purpose tool.
Yes, you are.
That's nifty.
That moment in Diablo when you find the best sorcerer thing ever and you're playing a fucking necromancer? Son of a bitch.
can you turn that into a cart? So I'm thinking like 4 wheels and the thing on the bottom that's just large enough to hold that bottomless box and a handle.
Redefining all purpose. Good luck with that.
Oh, do you ask the tool to do that?
Oh no, I'm asking the party to do that.
It's your item. You found it.
Hey, turn into the thing I just described.
It closes.
So disappointed. Thought you were an all-purpose tool.
2 tools open this way, and a third one opens straight out,
That's fair.
and then it closes.
What tools opened?
It did
Screwdriver,
this.
corkscrew, and a knife.
Ah,
The
beautiful.
knife is the one that's giving you the finger.
It flipped you off.
I love you already. Ah, damn, that was worth a go.
Yeah.
You know, I bet there's some good shit in that bottomless box, though. Like, if we
Nope.
disenchanted it.
There's absolutely nothing in there.
But what about the things that have been thrown in there in the past? Are they gone forever?
Yes.
But what if they weren't?
Oh,
Wait, what?
I'm just saying, what if we could disenchant the box and get the things out of it that have been thrown into it?
I don't think that's how it works. This
Well,
this
you're
is
the
the
mage.
opening of a portal to another place, a place we don't want to go, a place where these things have gone and been sacrificed to.
Eh.
I, for one, hope
All right.
nothing ever comes out of that box. If it does, we may have a bigger problem than the flesh golem.
The bush is currently reaching into the thing of what was once meat and eating it.
Feed me, Seymour.
Alicia gets very pale. We should explore someplace else.
All right, where you going?
How many potions of healings was that? Did anybody get that down?
2.
Do I think? Yeah.
Do you guys have one each? Because I really haven't moved from this spot. Okay.
Did anyone write down what we got? Question marks.
All-purpose
Ooh.
tool, 2 potions of healing, and a potion of fire giant strength is all I recall.
A single roll and about 100 gold pieces roughly worth
Oh.
of junk.
The
Yes.
stuff you need to make a scroll, I wanted to grab that.
So the world's version of scrolls is crystals. You basically store a spell inside the crystal, functionally exactly the same as a scroll.
I grabbed that stuff, so I went in the room for that.
Over the course of a long rest, you can store a spell in that. Just with an Arcana check, just to make sure it succeeds. But
And then it's like consumable, like a
Yep.
scroll. Okay. Does the level of the spell matter?
there's enough there to do anything that you can cast once.
Ooh. Okay.
So you could store a 3rd level in there or whatever you can cast, and then be good to go.
Should I save it for a 4th, or is it a 3rd? Probably a
Give me
3rd.
a check.
2.
Arcana check. $24.
This will go all the way up to a level 6.
I'm gonna hold on to that for a while.
Please note that in your notes for the item.
I will.
Okay. Where y'all going?
Out of here. The library.
Ooh.
Library is all the way over there.
If we pass anything interesting on the way, we'll stop.
All right, start moving your characters.
Oh, I walked away. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I wanted to go make coffee, so please move me with the party.
You know what? Are you guys good to play for a while?
Yeah.
I'm good till Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm not good till Thursday. I'm good till longer. What do you think, Zach?
Are you guys good for another like 2-ish hours, maybe more?
What do you have in mind, Zach?
I just wanted to know how far through this I was going to be able to get, and whether or not I should go make some coffee.
Make coffee.
Yeah, make
I'll make some coffee. So give me 2 seconds.
No, take your time. Take 4.
Okay. So I think everyone's back. Go ahead and move your characters.
Where are we going, guys?
I think we were heading for the library.
Alicia just wants out of that room, so we can go wherever.
Oh, well, if
We've
we're
got the widows and the window room and the bathing area.
none of them scream, "This is where everyone's soul is."
Maybe the windows?
Okay.
So Rez just walked into this room, which Alicia knows as the Widows.
Uh-oh.
It's 2 statues facing each other, each of them maybe twins, very, very similar appearance, facing each other. Each of them has wings, but not necessarily.
Angel wings.
Yeah, they're not necessarily angel wings, and you can't tell if they're a piece of apparel or if they're actually part of their bodies. They're each reaching out for each other. This one, the face has been completely ground off of, so it is a completely featureless face. But you can tell by the body type and everything that these 2 people were meant to be related.
So we're traveling right up next, right behind. So it's not like he's in there by himself.
Yep.
Um.
So you guys are free to continue moving. You all can explore here or ask questions or whatever you want to do.
Ugh, creepy statues. Don't think we should walk between them.
I agree.
Is it possible to go behind the statues, Zach?
It'd be a really tight squeeze, and they're like on pedestals. You might knock one over.
I very gingerly, with the tip of a finger, touch a statue.
You feel a charge, like it's magical, but nothing happens.
I try and twist the statue so it's facing north rather than facing its friend.
You are able to do so. And that is the one that the face has been ground off of. This one also turns as you move this one.
In the same direction?
Yes.
Okay. Having done that, I step between them.
Nothing happens. You would know, Alicia, that this is the bathing area, and yeah, that's all that's close by.
Alicia does not want to go into the bathing area and stumble on a hag, so she would go in the other direction.
Wow, well done.
Kovu, shut up. By the way, now that you guys have left it there for a few moments, the area that the eyes are looking at is dying.
Yep, that's not good.
Ugh.
Oh, that's horrible.
I mean, honestly, who does that in their house? This is why I don't like hags and grimps. They just have no concept of hospitality or company.
I think the one statue destroyed the other statue's face.
I think you're probably right.
But then why wasn't the other face destroyed?
I don't know. I was working on a way to bring them closer together, but making them look in another direction worked just as well.
Yeah, that's smart.
You said you wanted to go to a certain room up here?
Mm, not the bathing room.
No, I think hags would be in the bathing room. I agree.
Why not the window room? I think that's up here, right?
Don't look directly at the window when you walk in the room, please.
Window room is over here.
Yeah, we're gonna go over to the window room.
If those are the widows, who were they married to?
I don't know, probably some dead guy.
That is very wise.
Ah. You guys can move your characters whenever you want.
Hello. Are we separating?
Flavian, you're in a wall. This plant here,
Ah,
as you walk up to it, appears. I'm going to let you guys pull back a little bit because this is information you'd want as you got closer. It appears to be looking at something in this direction, like it's not supposed to be. Like it's trying to be sneaky and surreptitious. As you get closer, 1 second. There we go. As you enter this room, you get the very distinct impression that you're being watched. Except for Alicia. Alicia does not.
is
Which way
this?
is
Go
which
ahead.
way was the plant thing looking?
Second. It was looking this way.
Okay. I stepped past the plant.
Okay. Insight check on the plant.
Can I do one too?
Sure, everyone can.
15.
It's a terrible liar.
I don't know what that means.
The plant knows that there's several other things in here. And is trying really, really hard not to look at them. But it's kind of a dumbass. So it's doing a really shitty job.
I rolled a 23, but yeah.
Over there. It's looking over there. It's looking over there.
Got nothing on this one.
I'm gonna try to open the door.
It's not a door.
That's
It's
the window.
steel bars.
Oh.
It doesn't appear to open at all. Although you do see, now that you're right in front of it, a big pile of gold.
Ooh.
Relax.
There's a chair, and you see sunlight streaming in from something over here, moonlight streaming in from something over here, and what looks like maybe some sort of a winter flurry streaming in from over there.
Oh, that's cool.
There's bits of snow flurrying in.
That is cool.
That's like the mirrors from Doctor Strange. Got it.
I mean, you can't really see the windows, but maybe you can assume that.
We see windows coming through on the other side, or we see a wall in a.
You see a wall.
Okay.
Alicia's going to get down onto her hands and knees, and she's going to look around the bottom of the door. Does it slide up and down?
It does not.
She's going to stand up and look for any other entrances around it, possibly.
I'm going to
No.
pace in the center of the room while she's doing that to try to keep the eyes on me.
The plant doesn't seem to be looking at you.
I'm not worried about him.
Duly noted.
Okay. Like, I can't figure out what to do next. I'm just gonna walk around until I think of something. Oh, this plant. Okay. What do you think, Flavian?
Or
Flavian, the plant's trying to lick you again.
I pet it and disengage and keep going.
I am very interested in this cage.
Yes, me too.
Are we opening it?
Yes, let's open it. And I walk up to it, realizing that she's in front of me, and lean forward as if I'm messing with a lock.
She moves out of the way.
No, you're
You're supposed to pick it.
But there is no lock, right? I
don't
thought there
know.
wasn't a lock.
She
There
moves
is
out of
no
the.
lock. It's just
Oh, okay.
a set of bars. with
So
no
we're all
apparent-
waiting for you to pick the lock, and you're like, go ahead.
There is no lock.
But
That
she's
would
like
be-
looking around, looking on the floor, looking all over the place to find one, but no. I'm going to cast Acid Splash, the cantrip, onto it to try to burn the bars away.
It goes straight through it.
As in, it's not there.
She's going to put a hand out.
Yeah, it goes straight through the bars.
Oh, hell yeah. She's going to walk in. Probably a terrible idea.
Where is Alicia's? Oh, there she
Under.
is.
Well, this looks like a trap. Let's be careful.
Alicia walks in, and you can see the windows. This one leads into some sort of town bazaar. There's lots of people walking by your viewpoint. You're not sure you've seen this town before. It's an odd mix of races. A lot more orcs than you're used to. This one appears to be some dude's house, but you're like looking at it from 5 feet outside of his bedroom window.
Hmm.
This one is a desert town of some kind, and it's some guy's like tent shop. And he's looking around roughly in the direction of this window, hopefully.
Do I recognize him at all?
Nope.
Alicia's going to cast Detect Magic.
Yes.
Yes, there's magic everywhere.
Yeah.
I expected that, but are there any heavy concentrations of it on the gold coins or
The
anywhere
only
in particular?
the only thing not particularly magical in this room are the now acid riddled chair and the coins
Which way is the chair facing?
towards the windows.
Is this bush moving at all?
Yeah, it's sort of eating something. You're not sure what.
So the beautiful thing about Detect Magic is that if you focus on it for a minute, you start to get schools of magic, and that could really come in handy.
Okay, yeah. She'll sit there and she'll start trying to focus in on what schools of magic are being used.
On what?
Let's
Window number
start
one.
with the windows. She's not
The
going to
win-
look directly at them.
That's a solid set of iron pipes.
Oh, I can't go through that.
Nope.
Oh,
It wasn't solid a second ago.
clang. Just so you know, looks like there's only an occupancy of 1.
Alicia, hearing the clang, tries to leave the room.
I just said all that too.
Yep,
Yes,
I didn't understand what you just did. I spin around.
I tried to play it off as I was telling you. I think there's
tried
only
to-
one person allowed in there at a time.
Well, I'm not going to try and go in there then. I surreptitiously look at my viney friend. Which way is he looking?
Currently right here, and give me perception checks.
$19 plus
Oh, that's plenty. That's plenty.
23.
Something just gave a girlish laugh, and I'll be back in 1 second.
Did it get a girlish laugh in the game, or did something happen? I'm confused.
We heard a girlish laugh, I think, from something that was in the room.
Yeah.
Womp, womp, womp.
I try to play it off as if I meant I was talking to you. Honestly, I wasn't talking to the non-detection creature that I've been trying to hide the whole fuck. Screwed up. I screwed up,
It's bound to
guys.
happen at some point.
I screwed up, guys. I got this far.
It's all good. It was all good.
It's only worth it if I screw up. It's a great idea until I forget the plan.
Meanwhile, Alicia the Rogue is like, oh, look, an obviously trapped room. Let's go in and take a look at some of the gold and other stuff in here.
Clang. I really wasn't expecting that clang. Once that happened, I wanted to warn you, and then I forgot that you're not supposed to exist.
All good.
It'll play out just fine. Oops. It's like a happy Eeyore. I suppose it'll work out. Ah.
There he is.
Mac might actually go out and see people this summer.
Nice.
Crazy.
You got any travel plans?
We do have Allegheny coming up this the end of August, middle of August, something like that. Just the family.
That sounds lovely. I'm actually
That's it.
flying out in 2 days to see my family in Washington, so I'm pretty excited.
My folks are 3 blocks away, but they're locked in. Come over with a mask.
Good for them.
They I think they're both vaccinated now. Yeah. But my dad was still like, "We'll just see everybody on my birthday. Take it easy. Well, don't get crazy. We don't know if these vaccines are going to work."
Honestly, I wish more people were like that. I think New York's been pretty good, though, when it comes to the vaccine, right? It's the Texans and Floridians that are crazy about it.
I think most of the people I know are getting the vaccine, if that's what you're asking.
That's good.
So yes, something just laughed in a schoolgirlish way.
Oops.
Right next to you guys, right after you went dong on the iron.
Oops. Like, I have a good plan until I forget it. But that's okay. I never would have guessed that I was going to be able to walk through those bars.
So what are you guys doing?
Perception check. Did the laugh come from the room that they're in or the room that I'm in?
You don't even need to make a perception check on that. It's the room that they're in, and it came from like right next to Flavian and Dushine.
Flavian throws it without warning. Throws himself sideways in like a arms wide spread rugby tackle. Now I know where she is. I'm gonna try and bring her down peacefully.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make it look a lot like I'm trying to do this aggressively, but like I'm suddenly overcome with adoration and love, going. "Whoa!"
Beautiful.
Yes, yes, I am.
You hear a scream as you do this, and you are actively trying to tackle her, correct?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a...
Come to me, my love.
Let's do an athletics check.
Natural 19, so that's a good 20.
Oh, yeah. I was going to give you advantage on it, too. I forgot to say that, so... got it.
So I rolled 2 19s in a row, so how's that work? That's
you got
3 19s in a row now, but yes.
She screams as you jump on top of her, acting like you were going to kiss her. There we go. Sorry. She's now pinned on the floor, and you are on top of an absolutely drop dead gorgeous woman. She's got a long pointy witch's hat. There's a cane, like a shepherd's crook, scattered on the floor next to her. Her robes are all pulled up a little bit. Her corset is overflowing almost at this point because you're on top of her.
Sure, I'm not sure I understand.
Her boobs are popping out, Rez.
Sorry, one more time.
You landed in a compromising position on top of her, and she is blushing furiously.
This is where I'm separating my meta knowledge from my character's knowledge. Just to make sure before I get my character in trouble, is my character aware that hags possess the power of illusion to look like pretty women?
It's a good question. Give me a history check.
I rolled a natural 20.
They certainly can, although they are not always.
You guys see that?
Yes.
Just what I needed one.
They are not always hideous creatures. They are always hideously burned somewhere. They are often hideous creatures, and they always have the powers of illusion.
I look deep into her eyes and I say, "Hello, my love. I'm Flavian, and I've hunted for you for so long. At long last, we can be together."
Get off of me!
Absolutely, darling. I step back and I help her to her feet, kissing her hand.
She is not even looking at you. She's looking down. She's trying to get up, smoothing out her robes. What are you doing in my house? Get out of here!
I came looking for you, darling.
What do you mean? What?
Tales of your beauty have spread far and wide, and it said that you were a widow, and I hope to find someone, a peer, a partner, someone that I could spend my life alongside, understanding the natures and secrets of the universe. And you are every little bit as beautiful as all the legends said.
You really are.
Sorry?
Well, it's about. What is your charisma score, Flavian?
19.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
She
19.
looks you.
19.
Are you carrying a wand visibly?
No.
No.
It's tucked away.
Okay. She looks you up and down and goes from absolutely bashful, shy, flustered to, well, what makes you think you're good enough for me?
I take a moment, focus in on the beauty I see in front of me, and use a prestidigitation. I'm using a minor illusion prestidigitation. I'm taking the minor illusion to make it look like I'm holding a mirror. And the prestidigitation is going to, on the mirror, create swirling artwork around her, almost like I'm framing her beauty in beauty. Just being creative and ardent.
Give me an Arcana check.
15 plus 2, 17.
She takes that in for a second and seems absolutely captivated and surprised by her own beauty for a second. And then she sort of snaps herself out of it. So you're a mage, you're a magician.
I have some knowledge of the arcane arts.
And your friend?
During that whole thing, I wanted to take the time to what the fuck check. Is this an illusion? Is this the hag? Is this an adventurer that's lost? I mean, I'm looking at the items she's wearing. I'm trying to figure out, are they all illusions, or is that actually a robe? And if it is it a magical robe? Trying to get her status, the whole nine. I think he bought me 3 or 4 rounds. So.
And how would you do that?
I'd love to know. Arcana check would get me whether or not she's really got any expensive magical gear. But wisdom saving throw or wisdom check is what gets me through any kind of illusion that might be there.
Well, let's start with that.
Which one?
Wisdom.
Yeah, I want to see if there's an illusion going on. So I think it's a wisdom save against whatever DC she usually has. I don't really remember. That doesn't come up too often in my games, like people breaking through the illusion that are there, or yeah, like minor illusion and stuff. Wisdom saving throw is a dirty 20.
She's there.
And the Arcana...
No part of that is an illusion.
Excellent. The Arcana check is to see if she's... Is that really expensive gear here? Is she powerful? Is she level 1 and that's just a nice looking hat? You know.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
And that is a 26.
God damn. You can detect something of an aura of power about her. She obviously has magic. She obviously can take care of herself, but none of her gear is magical in any way, which is sort of strange, given that what you can feel from her.
That puts me on the road to unnaturally someone born with magic and never really tried to pursue the items, like a fey creature or something along those lines.
Yep.
Okay. And that's as far as I get when she turns to me and says whatever she just said.
Also, of note, Alicia, she does not appear to be able to see you.
Okay. Alicia's going to try to put her arm through the bars. Does it go through?
Yep.
Good.
The second I notice that, I want to at least get out of her way so it's not awkward when she comes out. I'm looking at our new friend, but I'm moving away from that.
She's not going to come out yet, but she is going to keep an eye on the windows and just kind of observe the conversation.
As you step over here, another perfect copy of that girl appears and sort of looks over your shoulder, sniffing at your neck, looking you up and down.
Does she see me or does she smell me?
Neither. She's doing that to do.
She's doing the do.
She might be doing the do.
In that case, I will continue to step out of the way. Yeah, they'll just move over here a little bit.
That's a wall.
Now, is this one real too, or is that one?
That's a wall.
No, not. That's a wall. I won't walk into your obvious walls. Is this one real now? Is that one as real? Are they what?
Yeah, they're both just as real.
Pardon me. Are you the same person or twins? Is there? How does this work? You obviously are identical.
Oh, how rude! You would never ask somebody that.
I just
then
did.
You would have to get into who's prettier and who's smarter and who's better at what. And that's
I don't fear any of those questions.
You don't hear any of them?
I said I don't fear any of those questions. I absolutely did ask what my question. Yes.
Let me give you guys a little bit more.
It's just trying to defuse her argument with every sentence she says. like how rude? That's not rude. Why would you ask this? I just asked it. like the whole night. Like socially awkward the whole way.
The two of them in sync, perfect sync, say, "We are Ilaria."
That does answer some questions. Thank you.
Oh, I thought you were perfect when you were just one. As a pair. Oh, would that I had two hearts so one could beat for each of you.
That can be arranged.
You mean 4?
Yes. Yes, that's what I mean. Would that I had 4 hearts. So they could all be in my throat right now.
I really think you only need the one.
It wouldn't be our first time doing that. And it won't be our last.
Flavian is doing something that I don't think he's ever experienced before. He is lost for words.
They all start approaching you from various angles, and you are now surrounded. These two are grabbing your right hand, and these two are grabbing your left hand.
I cast Sanctuary on him.
So tell me what Sanctuary does, just to remind me.
I'm going to go word for word. Hang on. Let's see. I'm warding the creature. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. Of course, it's a very visual, verbal, somatic, and material cast of Sanctuary, so it's not like I'm hiding it.
What does that look like?
What does that look like? In the way Dew does it, if first there's green area around, so that works, and then whatever water droplets or moisture that might be in the air, there's just like a glisten now. A couple obvious droplets of water are behaving improperly within the aura until that settles, and then he just looks a little more moist than he was a moment ago. Not soaking wet, just
More moist.
Moist.
This one watches you do that.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Very intense confusion. You don't have to do that.
Oh, I don't mind.
And then she takes a real deep breath and blows on Flavian. Dispel magic. As she does so, you see under her robes, first off, over her robes, you see this static discharge go all over her body. And it's all four of them, regardless of the fact that this is the one that cast it. And then under her robes, on her left flank towards the front, you see the outline of something glowing down there. And it's very irregular. It's like a patch that's glowing, almost like it's on fire or embers.
Yep.
And once the spell is cast, dispelled, that goes back to normal.
Okay. Well, as soon as I get the opportunity, I cast it again.
One more piece of information, she is just overcast. Normally, she'd be dead.
Right.
It does not appear to have affected her at all.
Now, first, my character knows what overcast is, and second, I recognize overcast.
Yes, it's a universal constant amongst adventurers. Something that I was going to introduce a little bit later on once things got a little bit harder. But players can do it too. When things get really, really bad, if you guys want to, and if you guys want to take the risks, you guys can overcast as well. And we can get into the mechanics of that once it gets down to it. But it's basically a last ditch, I'm going to sacrifice myself.
Mm-hmm.
This is big bad news. That should never be done. She's doing it on a whim.
And it didn't really slow her down or affect her at all.
Correct. That's not right. That's not normal.
Okay. I still think it's worth doing one more time. And here's where Dew and I are on the same page right now, which is I've cast level 1, she's cast level 4. I'm winning. So I'm willing to try it again. And if she overcasts again, she might be able to overcast at will, then I'll back off. Yeah. But first I have to test the water. So it's rare that me and my characters agree with each other, but we're both on the same page here. And so she said, "Oh, you don't have to do that," and she cast a spell magic in her way, and I go, "Oh no, I don't mind," and I recast it.
This one leans over and licks your arm.
Okay.
In a very, not yours, sorry, Flavian's.
Oh.
In a very sexual and perverse sort of way. And as she does so, she pulls the magic from your flesh. It feels a little weird. It's like your arm is now tingly. It's like that whole part of your arm has gone to sleep. It does not dispel it, but she has a very weird, lewd expression on her face now. Just this one. Oh. And here I thought I was the only one. Come. And they start guiding you this way.
You are in serious danger, sir. And he gives you a thumbs up. I am not sure you're going to survive this.
Oh,
No
but
one's
it'll be fun while it lasts.
You are indeed a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Is anybody stopping this? Is Flavian struggling? This is not an attack. They're gently guiding you.
You look behind you, Alicia's giving you the double thumbs up, like, yeah, get some.
You poor guy.
The lewd one beckons to do and goes, "You can watch."
I have every intention to. Thank you.
So Flavian just rolled a wisdom check.
Oh, fantastic!
Beautiful.
Flavian thinks this is a wonderful idea.
Yes, he does.
They lead you. I'm just going to move the whole group of players this way.
Sorry.
This is going to be really interesting if it happens. So, Alicia. Okay, so you are following.
Oh, yes.
Over here is simply titled the doorway. Over here is the boneyard.
Hmm.
Over here is titled the gateway, and this is the bed chambers, and that is exactly where they're going. Okay, so I'm going to assume that nobody interrupts.
I don't know about that.
Go for it. What you doing?
Never mind. I got nothing.
Okay.
As they're doing their thing, Alicia's going to scout out the place, see if she finds anything interesting.
I hope you survive.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
Sanctuary wears off after a minute.
Do if you're following, then go ahead and get in there.
Oh, yeah.
To it. In the meantime, Alicia, where are you going? Library, boneyard, gateway.
She'll go to the library.
Okay.
Do as a tree. They don't reproduce the same way. This doesn't mean the same as to do that it does to us. So
Well, maybe this is your option to branch out.
he's just gonna plant himself in the doorway.
Going out on a limb here.
Okay. So the first thing that happens is they throw you onto the bed. Like, it's surprisingly forceful. And then they all start disrobing at the same time. As they do, as soon as the robes pass the amount of skin that you guys could already see, the burns start. They are pulsing, boiled, nasty, sort of almost glowing burns. And you can feel the heat coming off of them. You are 100% certain that if you were to actually touch that, you would take very serious damage. Everything's all there. She's anatomically correct, all four of them. But you feel very physically uncomfortable just because of the radiation coming off of that.
Yeah, I got that.
They start walking towards
I make another wisdom check that's only marginally better than the last one. So doggy style then.
Honestly, you would probably be able to get the fact this is no longer a good idea.
Okay, got it. Thank God for that. Do I have any understanding of whether hags are vulnerable to fire damage? Or like because they've been burned, they're particularly scared of fire?
I would think that the skin of these hags would be used in a resistance to fire potion. That's how resistant and immune to fire they might be. Yeah, I would go out on that limb. And I can't make you immune to fire right now. I would if I could.
It's not necessarily fire burns. It's more like radiation burns, is what these look like.
I think now would be a really good time. Does my cat, so I'm trying to separate meta knowledge.
Why?
My character drops a darkness on himself.
Drops a darkness on himself.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh dear. I thought you said I could watch.
Why, sweetheart, are you embarrassed?
And I start running.
I feel you push by. I to let you pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No problem.
They're confused. They don't immediately chase. They're just sort of like, what just happened? Alicia, you're in the library, yeah?
Yeah.
A better place.
So there's books there. What does Alicia know about books?
Not a whole lot. Do any of them look valuable?
Look valuable. There's a plush chair. There is a one of those vine creatures that is currently sorting through 18 different piles of books. From like a cart next to it is pulling a book off, sort of looking at it and putting it in a pile. Give me an argument for a roll that would let you determine the value of a book.
Well, some books that are better constructed might have gold fringe on them, for example. The pages might have that little bit of gold along the edges. Elegant script, nice, gemstones engraved into the spine, things along those lines.
So what roll would that be?
Investigation.
Streetwise, just kidding. What is it?
Investigation.
Yeah, I could try investigation.
That would work.
DC based on how beautiful that book is. Might be pretty low if you can find a good one.
17.
That's beautiful.
You do find a very pretty book. Remind me one last time, what languages you speak?
Exidian, Common, and Thieves' Cant.
You cannot tell what language this book is written in. It's surprisingly large. Lots of gold fringe on it. It was actually sitting on the side of the chair there. Yeah, it's heavy, but you're 100% certain that it is valuable.
Nice. She's going to pick that book up, and she's going to start walking toward the door.
So Flavian, where are you running to?
South.
Okay. Sure, you get about there. Are you also running?
Oh no, I'm gonna walk over here. I figure they're gonna run past, so I'm just gonna let them pass. There we go.
But honey, why are you running? Am I not appealing?
You're certainly peeling.
Nice. Nice. There it is.
Oh, no.
Maybe.
They all stop at the same time. You find me ugly.
No.
Possibly.
I find you shockingly beautiful. Far too beautiful for the likes of someone as unworthy as me.
And repugnantly dangerous.
Their shape starts to change.
Oh, good.
Each of them takes on a different hair color. Each of them takes on a different build. These are, at this point, illusions. Do you automatically see through this because you are suspecting it?
Yes.
And I assume Flavian does as well, but each of them takes on a different hair color. Each of them takes on a different build. One of them's in lingerie. One of them is in like prosthetics from another race, like an elf. One of them is in like armor. Does any of this suit you better? I can keep trying. And she just starts cycling through more and more fetish material.
Oh, so sad.
Please, I need this. And her burns all start glowing again. Alicia, you can hear all of this ruckus from your room that you're in.
Aw. She's gonna come back out to the main area and just gesture toward Flabby and like,
I do the who me?
She looks at Dewshine, realizes that he's not doing anything for you to be reacting to, and then she starts looking around the room.
oh, and Elisa's gonna go back around the corner.
Perhaps I shouldn't talk to you telepathically anymore. That's rude.
Deception check. Nicely done.
Nice.
We'll see. Before I roll my deception check, can I use my divine, my, what is it called? Divine ability to suddenly become proficient in deception?
You absolutely can.
Okay, I don't remember where the buttons are for that. So I'm just going to ping. Wait, don't give me that. Oh, you're D&D Beyond. I can't just push a button and become proficient. I see how it is. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. I don't need you, D&D Beyond. I can do this without you.
Baka.
All right, add 3 to this roll. And that's a 3. So +2 + 3 is 8.
Fantastic.
Blow my
Oh
freaking.
no, I used my inspiration.
Oh, well, that could come in.
Oh,
handy.
go for it. Go for it.
I need to call it what it is, or it's not going to roll well for me. It's called Blessing of Knowledge. At first level, you can learn 2 languages of your choice, and you can become proficient. Nope, that's not what it is. Damn it. I have to find it. Channel Divinity, Knowledge of the Ages. At second level, you can use your Channel Divinity to tap into a divine well of knowledge. As an action, you choose a skill. For 10 minutes, you have proficiency in that skill. Okay. It is called Knowledge of the Ages. And now that I know the name of it, I won't screw up the roll. That's how that works. It's a 16.
Isn't it non?
Plus
Oh, there
2
we go.
plus 3 is 21.
So Alicia peeks back around the corner and knows that Dew speaks Fae. So she starts mouthing some words to him in Excidian to help him with his deception, just to kind of clean it up and smooth things out of it.
Beautiful. She looks confused but mollified at this point.
Honestly, love, he's just worried about the radiation poisoning. I believe he will be hurt if he gets too close to you.
Oh! Well, we can fix that.
I thought you might be able to. Wink.
Come.
I gingerly walk back towards them.
Are you serious? Okay.
She said the magic word 3 times.
4 times. Just
Oh, we're in a conga line now, right? Ba 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 ba.
if they do have a magical fixer for this, you might be back where you want to be. I mean, it's a horrible idea. Horrible idea. Oh wow! Bye.
So they walk you over here, and in unison at this point, everything from this point is in
Oh,
unison.
look, a gate.
They all look exactly the same now. Everything is in unison. Through here. I was going to use this for myself, but with a partner, I don't need to anymore.
Don't do that.
What does it do? Wow, that was compelling. What does it do? My love?
Don't do that.
It's
It's not good.
It's a door. It prevents you from going in until it's open.
What's on the other side, my love?
Oh! She waves her hand and the door dissipates. And
Whew.
On the other side, there's a hungry Tarrasque.
it happens. You see a circle There's a lot more of these shrubberies and vines in here. You can see the shrubberies moving towards the circle and depositing biomatter, chewed up proteins and fats and lipids. Well, fats are lipids. Just biomaterial into the circle. The biomaterial gets sucked into the center, into this meaty ball that is very slowly starting to take the shape of a person. Swirling around the outside of the circle they look a lot like will-o-wisps, but looking at them, you instantly recognize what they are.
I know what they are.
Souls?
Absolutely.
I know that guy.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
And they grab you by the hand
course they
and
do.
pull you. Assuming you don't struggle. If you
Perhaps
struggle,
we should all go.
This would be an appropriate place to struggle. But does my character realize that? Yes, he probably does. Ladies, how is this going to help my physical body, which I do not wish to lose and I think quite highly of, not be burned by your amazing radiance?
No. It'll make you like me.
Then you could be together.
Exactly.
Oh, well, in that case, I step inside.
Are you fucking serious? Okay.
Beautiful.
Well, let's all go. Does this? Can I get in?
Flavian, the closer you get to this, the gate's gone. It just dissipated.
All
It's
right.
gone.
All right.
It's an open room now.
I'm gonna pretend I'm looking at the circle.
The closer you get to the circle, the more and more necromantic and the more and more energy you feel out of it. So Grim and Hags, to your knowledge, can't be made. They're born. So looking at this circle, give me some Arcana checks and let's see how much I can tell you.
Bing.
And Alicia, I assume you're
I
also...
rolled a natural one.
I only rolled a 5, but that's a 13.
Oh, look,
Nice.
another crit.
Yes. Good thing you're here and can tell us stuff.
Crit number 4.
Get up here. You just keep critting. We're gonna get through this. 4
Alicia,
natural 20s and they still all die.
So, dude, that was a 16, you said?
I got a 13.
13. Okay. Sorry.
No problem.
Flavian, you're 100% certain that this is not only going to be good for you, but it's going to give you superpowers. You're going to be able to overcast all the time. Alicia, this is going to kill him, rip his soul out, combine it with all the other souls in there, therefore causing a permanent mana burn, and then shove all of it back in there in his dead corpse. And he's not going to be a Grim. He's not going to be a hag. He's not going to be anything but an undead with like 8 souls in it.
Honestly, that's better than I thought it was gonna be.
Which is also constantly mana burning. Probably going to turn into a Mokoi at some point. This hag is obviously insane.
Alicia is going to drop the book and try to make eye contact with Jude, just waving her arms around like...
Where is Alicia at this point?
She is like outside of the door, peering around the corner at the circle. Right here.
And Dew looks like he's examining the circle as a arcane wizard would.
Okay.
Even though I'm really more focusing on them at this point, I don't really need to solve this puzzle. I know what this fucking is. Like,
The witches all at once reach out from the 4 corners of the room and gesture towards the wall. The meat wad that was forming inside of the circle splatters against the north wall. We don't need that anymore.
no, obviously, that is no longer required.
Just step in there and we'll be able to get started. And we'll be able to be together.
I have a few questions. Are these other people?
Mm-hmm.
Is-
Several.
Are we going to need all these? Can we let them go first?
No, we need them.
for?
Oh, that's what's going to make him a Grim.
Oh, of course. Yes. Thank you for letting me watch. This is amazing.
I've got 4 people inside of me now.
Can I talk to the individuals, or is that a? How does that? Wow, that's amazing.
You have been.
Oh, of course. So, Flavian, at what point do you want to step in this circle?
Yes, I'm realizing I don't really want more people inside of me. I just want to be inside of you. There seems to be a misunderstanding. And I'm edging away from the circle.
This does seem to be a small misunderstanding, yes.
But you said that you wanted to be like me. This is how you become like.
I want to be with you, not necessarily like you. It's our differences that make it special. And you are so special to me.
Give me a persuasion check.
Just pacing around the circle.
Come on.
Don't pay attention to me.
So I rolled a 10 plus 4, 14.
She's dubious. At this point, she's starting to suspect you're trying to get out of this.
How could she suspect such a thing?
Zach, are these plants alive? Are they going to come into this when this happens? I'm taking a moment to look at the plants.
The plants are minor constructs. Even if they did try to come into it, they'd be of no consequence.
Okay,
Unless maybe did something to bulk them and animate them further.
I don't know how this works.
Say hi to the duck.
I did the duck. So,
Go ahead.
is everybody ready? Where the fuck is she? Hello? I understand your hesitance. I get it. So, are all 4 of them acting in unison, or any one of them seems stronger than the other?
No, they're all acting in unison. And from what you've been able to tell, none of them is an illusion.
All right, here's what I'm going to do, and you can tell me how this screws up all your plans. I know a little bit of something about how the Speak with Dead spell works.
Okay.
It's all about talking to the soul that's stuck in a body. And right now, there's 4 souls stuck in each one of these bodies. So if I cast Speak with Dead on one of these bitches, I think there's going to be a communication problem in maybe that particular one. I'm hoping to cause a distraction. I have no idea how it's really going to work, but as I cast Speak with Dead, I can ask, I think, 5 questions. I don't remember the duration off the top of my head, but the overall point is to just screw up all your plans. The duration's 10 minutes, so all I have to do is not ask my questions, and things could get weird inside 1 out of 4, just to knock one of them out of the fight.
Okay.
I'm going to walk over to the one that isn't surrounded by so much shrubbery, because I'm also afraid of the shrubbery. And I'm going to, it's just like, you said there's 4 of them in you, and I'm prepping for that moment. And I'm going to hopefully cast it at the right time.
Quick question for the DM.
Yes.
Can I disrupt the spell that's on me, the non-detection spell?
Can you disrupt it?
Yes.
Not unless I think Duke can drop it at will, can't he?
No, it's not a concentration spell. It's just non-detection lasts for 8 hours. As far as I understand it, there's nothing that can be done unless you dispel it. But I'm not sure, and this isn't my universe.
No, that's where I was going to. Is if
non-detection's 8 hours without. It's like mage armor. You can't just turn it off. It's I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Plus, why the hell would you want to?
Well, I've got a really high performance score, so I was hoping to come in and be like, Flavian, you lying cheat, and try to talk her way out.
That would have been a great scene. Don't get me wrong.
So Alicia's going to step into the room within the vision of the hag. Hesitate for a second to see if the hag sees her.
None of them do.
I love it.
She's going to walk over to the circle, and she's going to see if there's anything she can do to break it or disrupt it without blowing us all up.
As I see her get to work, I'm going to execute plan distraction force,
Or
Here.
66.
And I'm gonna get close to the one over here. And so there are 4 in you. How do they communicate? And I'm trying to see if I can learn anything about any one individual before I cast Speak with Dead.
Give me 1 second.
Aren't any of the souls in you? Do they feel trapped? Do they feel a part of it? Just so we have a selling point for Flavian.
So, give me 1 second. There we go. She looks at you confused. We're
She's
all
not a
one.
corpse.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
What?
So the spell requires her to be a corpse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you instinctively know it'll work.
Oh, okay. She is a
Which
corpse.
raises a whole slew of other problems.
Oh yeah. So I can't wait to see how those problems resolve in chaotic ways that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I can't Speak with Dead on what I'm hoping is the most powerful of the 4 personalities inside this flesh thing that is radiantly beautiful.
As you're getting ready to do that, let me give Alicia a little bit of information after an Arcana check. And is there anything that Flavian wants to do to prep before things go down? Because it's pretty obvious things are about to go down.
Flavian's problem is he's very fire dependent. And when he's not fire dependent, he's a darkness dependent, neither of which is any use at all. So, nope. Flavian puts his back to a wall.
Okay.
16.
So you hit it right on the nose earlier. It's not hard to break down. It's going to be hard to break down without blowing all of you up. There's a shit ton of energy in this circle right now. And if you were to break the circle, which should be very easy, you just have to scuff it. You have to break the glyph, which you could do with a knife or a shoe. It would all come spilling out explosively. So what you need to do is you need to break it in a very particular sequence to slowly let it out instead of making it explode. Or you can start channeling some of that energy out of it in a safer manner. And that's going to take a while. That's going to take like an hour.
As
What
my action, Zach, I'm casting Haste Twinned on my 2 party members.
Oh, badass.
What?
We will get there in just a second. Go ahead and everyone give me initiative, and we'll get started. You had a question, Liv?
Yeah. What about targeting the energy like a fire hydrant toward the hag?
You would have to set that up over a couple turns, but that's plausible.
You know, that would probably just turn her into Mokoe, and that's probably a bad plan. I'm just going to.
I was not happy with that plan, to tell you the truth. Putting more power into the insane. No, that was not where I was going to go.
I was hoping it would like overload her and burn her out, possibly. I don't know, but you know, better safe than sorry.
Initiatives?
I rolled a 19.
Beautiful.
I rolled a 6, so 7.
22.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. So Alicia, I assume you're waiting for Dushan.
You have no idea what I'm about to do.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's doing. So she's just going to go around the circle. And it seems like she's got a decent grasp on what's going on. So she's going to try to figure it out.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a Arcana check first. And this is going to take a couple turns for you to really turn this thing off.
Oh, there it is. 4.
4.
I only have a +1 to Arcana.
Beautiful. You have no idea where to start, and you're not sure that further looking into this is going to help.
Damn. What if well, no, it's a circle, so never mind. Okay.
They have not noticed that you're up to anything yet because they still apparently can see you. Is it time for the plan?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you
Actually,
cast.
I think there are 4 individuals there. I'd like to talk to this one. And I cast Speak with Dead.
What does it look like when you cast it?
Again, it's a water theme, but this time it's like the dark swamp mist comes out. There is a bit of what might be a skull in the fog takes over a skull form and enters her in a strange way, and then she feels the whoosh, and then from then on out, it's whatever's going on inside her. There might be a pop on one of her blisters.
Gross.
Yes.
The magic pulls into her, and you can tell that she has tried to absorb it instinctively, but had no idea what you were trying to do. Not only that, but this is magic that specifically targets corpses, which just happens to be what she is. So her body, that one in particular, just drops. It collapses to the floor and turns gray and mushy and just starts disintegrating. In the meantime,
oh my god, does this spell not go right into this story? Holy shit. I'm reading it. I'm reading it verbatim now, and I'm like, has to be a corpse, but can't be undead. Dude, what? Did I copy and paste? What's going on? It's one of my domain spells. It comes with being a knowledge cleric. Anyways, go ahead.
Nice.
Oh, it's beautiful. So her body disintegrates there, and 4 spirits start flying around the room, confused. It's like watching somebody that's been in a very, very like pitch dark room see light for the first time. 3 of the souls are one's a little girl, like small, like 12. One of them is a older male, maybe 30 or 45, and then the third one is some kind of creature. You're not entirely sure. It's vaguely dragonoid. Draconic in nature, but again, it's a spirit. It doesn't have its full form about it, just general features. And they're all flying around the room. The 4th one is the creature that you see here, although it looks even more burned and destroyed than you've seen her in the physical flesh. Those parts that are burned are just gone from the soul. They are all stunned. All 4 of them. Well, one of them's a heap on the ground. The other 3 are just completely frozen in place.
Very nice.
This one is stunned, so they don't get a turn. Flavian.
Sorry, which ones were stunned?
All 3 of them
All
are.
3 of them. Flavian.
Help me disable the circle. At least he's gesturing over.
Do I know do that, Zach?
Arcana check.
10 plus 2, I think. Yes, 12.
Given another round or 2, you can start making progress on it. That wasn't quite good enough, but it wasn't so bad that you have no idea where to start.
So does that mean I can use these rounds as combat actions, or I have to focus on the circle?
You have to focus on the circle as standard actions.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm casting Hexblade's Curse on the bottom left corner one.
Hexblade's Curse. There we go. And just to be sure, you guys can see the little icons I put on them?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Is that it?
That's it for me.
Okay. And you mentioned that you were going to be casting Haste. I'll let you go ahead and do that. That's fine. Because you said you were going to be...
Sorry, yes. Yes, Haste.
What does that do?
Haste has the magical effect of until the spell ends, the target's speed is double, it gains +2 to AC, has advantage on dexterity saving throws, gains an additional action on each of its turns.
Okay. You guys are in charge of maintaining that, so remember it. And is that a concentration spell?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Just so you know, it's going to be you're going to be taking concentration checks every round.
I
You have
assumed that was the case. But even if my party members get one round out of it, it's worth it.
Okay. She is stunned, and Alicia, you have no idea where to start on the circle.
I have no idea where to start on this. In that case, she's
So low that you've lost your ability to work on it.
that's fine. In that case, I'll do roguey things. Alicia is going to go over to the hag over here. She's already used a lot of rope, so I don't think that she would have any more in her pack. Otherwise, I'd try. Yeah, I guessed my unlimited supply of rope in my pack. So she's just gonna stabbity stab.
Okay. You obviously have advantage on this.
Do I
And
have coup de grace?
You do not have coup de grace.
Yeah.
Good try, though.
I mean, she's paralyzed, so
You do obviously. I didn't say she was paralyzed. I said she was stunned.
that's fair.
And you do obviously have sneak attack.
Cool. So I'm going to use my brand new dagger of venom.
Oh,
16 to hit.
16 to hit. I should probably bring up their stat block, huh? Surprisingly, no, but you do have advantage.
So what does that mean? I get to roll again? Yes. Oh, nice. 25.
That'll do it.
Sweet.
Where do you stab her?
It is a dagger of venom. So Alicia is probably going to go for either around the heart or around the neck.
Okay. Go for it.
One second. Ooh, that was a low roll. 14 damage, including sneak attack.
And you did your extra poison damage?
Oh, 1 second. No, I did not. Thank you. So that's an extra 2d10.
2d10?
Yes, 2d10 poison damage.
Jesus Christ.
1 second. Let me just double check that. She needs to save on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or take 2d10.
She passes.
Okay, so she's not taken that.
You reach over and you stab her. Let's say you stab her on the neck. You do notice that blood does not come pouring out. It's just meat. There's no vessels there, there's no arteries to cut. Mildly disturbing. Keep in mind, I think you get an extra standard due to haste.
Then I'm going to stab her again.
You do not get sneak attack twice in a round.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to go for the eyes this time.
Okay.
Trying to blind her or put her at some sort of disadvantage.
Yep.
19 versus AC?
That is a hit.
What about an 18 versus AC?
Of course, it keeps closing. That is also still a hit.
Okay. Can I use my rapier instead of the dagger then?
Sure.
Take 10 damage. To the eyes.
Okay. To the eyes, you can either do 10 damage or blind her. Your choice.
I will blind. Well, there's two more of her, and they seem to be working in sync, so I'll just do the 10 damage.
Okay. She does not react yet.
Okay, that's it for me.
This one over here, one of the spirits, specifically the child, flies into it, and she seems to wake up. What? Where? You? And she points at Flavian.
Me?
And a bolt of searing fire goes right over your shoulder. She has missed. This is, I guess, a supercharged firebolt is what you would call it, something like that.
Wow.
Would have done a lot of fire damage.
A lot of
Would have been
D10.
Yeah, more than one. And then she goes over here and cowers behind this bush. Do what you doing?
So there's one that dropped on the ground here, right?
Yes, and just disintegrated. It's a
Oh.
puddle.
Oh, that one's gone.
It's a puddle of mush.
Do I have any reason to believe that it's going to recopulate? Is this thing done?
You're pretty sure that one's done.
Okay. And I'm hasted, which is kind of fun.
Y'all are fighting very smart, by the way. I'm enjoying this. Because this was going to be a bitch of a fight otherwise.
Yes. The thought had occurred.
I think you guys are doing great. I'll be right back. I have 2 actions this round. Where's the potion of giant strength though? We don't have that here. I think someone else has got that.
Either Flavian has it or Alicia has it. Probably Flavian.
I wouldn't have kept it. I wouldn't use it. So Alicia probably.
All right. Well, this might not work if I. Do you guys damage one of these things? Did they look like they took a lot of damage, or is this going to be a long fight? Can I deduce that quick? Did you score a hit?
I did hit. It had a high DC while stunned.
All right.
It's not bloody, but it's not like a drop in the bucket either.
I'm not going to do what I want to do because I don't know what's going to happen to the souls if I do it. The plan A was teleport to the room, grab the box with no bottom, teleport back. But I think we're gonna put that on the shelf. Yeah, we're just gonna wander over here, and we're gonna throw up some Spirit Guardians.
Oh, geez. What does that do?
Spirit Guardians. 15 feet around me is the protective forest people that destroy everything. Anything within 15 feet of me, that's a bad guy. Has got difficult terrain within that field, and I don't know how to roll. I don't know how to make that circle in Roll20.
Does it move?
It stays centered on me.
And it's
15 foot. Yeah, they float around you at a distance of 15 feet. Very different than most radius spells because it's centered. Exactly. I usually use a cube. Anything that starts its turn in there is going to make a Wisdom save. Full 3d8 full with save half on a save, and difficult terrain to move in that area.
Very nice. Please remind me when it comes up.
I'll try to remember. So much for my teleport and get the box idea. Now I have another action.
Yep.
But I cast a spell already. So I will take the dodge action with the other action. I'm done.
You're a ninja. Oh, hey, look, somebody started their turn in that cube.
Hey, there you
What
go.
does that do?
Wisdom saving throw, please. I'm looking for the DC right now. 14.
Well, I guarantee it's not 8, so she fails.
Oh, good. There we go. There we go. I probably rolled it like 6 times by now. 13 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
The radiant doesn't appear to affect her any more or less than usual.
Okay. As long as it's normal,
but
I'm good.
take some damage. Yeah. As she sort of comes to and stumbles about, the draconic one enters this one. You said it's difficult terrain?
Yes, if it's a bad guy in that area, they're at half movement.
She stumbles through the guardians over to here, and takes a big, deep breath in, and you hear this buzzing noise as she breathes out this cloud of flies, biting insects.
Is that actually a spell, Zach?
Spell-like ability.
Okay.
Why do you ask? Are you gonna try and counterspell it?
I would have been open to the idea.
Can't counter a breath weapon as far as I know.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Who?
You.
Me.
You have +2 on dex saving throws from your haste.
And I've taken the dodge action, which gives me advantage on dex saves.
Beautiful.
So here's a dex save, and that's a 15. And here's another dex save, and we're not going to talk about that. So I have a 15.
Okay. You do manage to dodge out of the way. However, as a breath weapon, half the damage.
Half the damage.
Wow, that was absolutely pathetic.
Yay!
10 total.
So I have to. You said 10 total.
10 total, and then half of that.
Half of that, so I'm taking 5 of it.
Yep.
And I have a concentration check to make, which is not a 10. You can take that square and just chuck it for me, please.
And then she roars, way louder and way more impressive than what you would think otherwise possible.
I can't believe I got the dragon after all that.
Flavian.
Flavian is pretty scared right now. So Flavian's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'll put himself far in the corner. He is then going to turn around, aim at the one he has hexed, line up, and do a double Eldritch Blast, firing with his Fingers of Death.
Go for it.
Uh, 19 and a 16. So 16 plus 7 is 23.
Yeah, they both hit.
Okay. So that's 2d10 plus 2d6 damage.
Oh,
Whoops,
hasty
sorry.
creatures have that dex save double advantage too. I didn't know that.
Gross.
Sorry?
A hasted creature had advantage on dex saves anyways, but my dodge actually got it for me too.
12 plus 5 is 17 plus 1 is 18 damage.
She is now bloodied. You can tell because her whole form is starting to lose shape. She's less beautiful now. Her features are more muted. It's almost like she's made out of clay, but the clay is meat flavored.
I am going to quicken spell and knock off another pair of Eldritch Blasts on it.
Go for it.
Take off my.
Are we still hasted?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
19, that's correct. Plus 9 plus 7 is 16, and 16 hit.
16 does not hit.
Oh, I'll take the crit and be happy with it. You want me to roll the dice twice, or you want me to roll and double?
Chris, what's normal for 5th edition? Remind
Roll
me.
dice twice. A lot of people do roll once and double it up, but
Oh,
I am a big fan of just rolling more dice.
yeah, me too. 18 plus 6 is 24, plus 3 is 27 damage.
Good lord. She is dribbling parts of herself off of her. This one is still technically stunned as well. So, yeah, she's not doing well.
She was stunned. Does that mean you don't have advantage to attack her?
Say again?
She was stunned. Does that mean I have advantage to attack her?
Yes, I'll do that.
So I get to re-roll 1 that I missed and 2 for crits. 2 for crits, neither of them crit. One that I missed. Became a natural 20.
Beautiful.
That's
Roll
2
it.
crits. So I roll 2 1s on my 2d6, a 2 on my one of my d10s, and a 0 on my other d10. So that's 14 damage.
That's enough. Describe.
Having blasted 2 Eldritch bolts into her, I take a moment, understanding the way the arcane circle was bending the arc a little bit. And I say, there's an easy way and there's a hard way. And baby, I like the hard way. So rather than going around the other side of the circle, I go around the top of the circle and angle it over. I bend my bolts like Beckham. So I've actually come down and hit it from a downward angle. And that's why they cause crits.
Beautiful. Nicely done. She splatters. The spirit that was in her wasn't in her at the time. So it's still flying around. The old man is still flying around.
And I transfer my Bane, my Hex, to the one close to me.
Thank you. Doot. God, that's such a good spell. Alicia.
Have they indicated at all that they can see me?
No.
So what I'm hearing is I have permanent sneak attack.
I've never gotten more use out of non-detection, unless I was playing as a DM. As a DM, never, but as a player, I've never gotten more use out of that spell. That spell's great.
Beautiful. Alicia is just gonna stroll up to this this dragon souled thing, and she's going to give it the stabby stab. So let's see if it works. 23 versus AC.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
You have an advantage because you're unseen target.
Oh,
Currently.
23. Yep. We're going to go with that. So 8 plus sneak attack.
Jesus.
13. So 21 damage. And then give me a saving throw, Constitution saving throw.
Oh, they're actually good at this. 17.
Damn. Okay, that's all she takes.
Yep.
And then Alicia is going to. Do I still have movement? I think I do.
You're hasted.
Oh, yeah, I'm just going to stab her again. Why not?
Oh, why not?
Why not? So let's use the rapier this time.
Okay.
18 versus AC.
You got it?
Take 8 damage. But you're not giving me sneak attack, right?
Correct.
Okay. Then I'm going to use my remaining 2 movement to nimbly prance back.
The dragon at this point is looking around for whatever the fuck is stabbing it, is very confused, and then it sort of comes to a realization, and we'll see what happens next.
Uh-oh.
Oh, damn.
It does not look like it's seen you, but it does at this point realize that there is something else there that it cannot see.
Okay. Okay.
The one that is inhabited by the child moves a little bit to get even further behind cover, and then throws out some more fire, some more of that special fire, rolling a fucking 3.
Oof.
Flavian, you dodge out of the way again. Good thing too, because that was gonna suck. And then she looks like she wards herself with some other spell-like ability. You see warts sort of appear all over her, and then they pop, and then that goo that pops out of them starts swirling around her like a protective shell.
Okay. Almost like
Shield.
shield.
What's up?
Almost like she cast shield.
Say again. Sorry.
Almost like she cast shield.
Similar effect, possibly.
Okay.
Do what you got.
That's a great question.
You're no longer dodging.
And apparently I can't make concentration checks. So let's just put a spiritual weapon up.
What
here.
form does the weapon take?
That's That's a great question. Can I change it each time, or does it have to be the same thing every time?
I am all for interesting roleplay, so up to you.
Because at the moment, he doesn't know what's swinging and hitting at him. So if I put up a sword, much like the sword he thinks he just got hit with, and it hits him, he might think it was the sword and stop looking for the rogue. So I want to make it very obvious that, oh, here's the sword. And now I'm obviously in control of it, so he can stop looking for this other thing that's not there, because it was me the whole time.
Beautiful.
I am so incredibly impressed by that. I love it. I adore that.
Thank you.
All right, you have a spiritual weapon. You should be able to move that around now, FYI. Just test that for me.
Yeah, there it goes. I wanted to
Cool.
bring it around the corner, like he didn't see it when it was here, but there it is. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm the one moving my hands as it. Okay, and I'm working with 3 screens. Sorry. Spiritual weapon is 2nd level. Okay, 5 plus 6. 18.
That is just barely a hit.
And he feels 9 of it. Not the sneak attack damage he felt before, but it still might be enough to get him from, yeah. I think spiritual weapon is a bonus action.
Bloodied.
So, with that, I will use the cantrip Sacred Flame. So that is a DC 14 Dexterity saving throw.
She fails.
Awesome. And Sacred Flame is 9 points of radiant damage.
Very bloodied.
And I still have an action, which I will use as the dodge action. Thank you, haste.
Cubus. Okay.
And now I'm keeping the sword there, like, oh, he found it. Okay, he can stop looking for.
So that's exactly what happens. The dragon starts floating.
Oh, crap.
And then it reaches out with his teeth. She sort of lunges forward quickly and bites down on the weapon. The weapon dispels.
It's fair.
And she regains. What level spell was that?
It's a 2nd level spell.
Okay. She regains some hit points. Still bloody. And she's
No! I overplay the. Ah!
fly over here. And
fly with me.
she is going to start doing something.
Oh, hell no.
It looks like she's trying to chomp at it like she did the spell.
No.
No, that's a bad scene.
No, we don't want that.
Yeah.
Flavian, what you doing, buddy?
Flavian, realizing that we're in deep shit, wanting to go to his go-to fire damage, realizing that's not a good idea. Instead, just takes a moment, looks at his fingers of death and says, "Fingers of death, don't fail me now." I point them, I aim, and I let loose a double-barrel finger of death blast. Can I probably should have said, can I use advantage on that? No, I've already spent that. I'm assuming a 14 misses.
It does.
What about a 16?
A 16 unfortunately also misses.
I'm quickening to do it again.
Go for it.
An 18 hits.
Yes, it does.
So
Just barely.
so So 2 hits there.
Nice.
For 8 plus 10 is 18 plus 4 is 22 damage.
She is almost down. She is, like I described with the other one. It's almost like meat flavored clay. It's starting to slough off of her. Her arms are losing form. She no longer has fingers. It's just like this meaty stump that she's reaching out and trying to bite at.
You know what? I've had good success in my life with my meaty stump, so I can't say that hers won't work well too. I'm done.
As let me clarify that these misses from the spells, especially flavor text, they're basically moving around her, like she has some sort of control over them as they're going.
Got
This
it.
flavor text. Alicia, what you doing?
I'm going to see if I can finish her off.
Finish her.
Alicia is going to sneak behind the dragon soul, and she's going to first try to use her dagger of venom. 15? No dice?
You have advantage?
That's okay. I do, so let me try that again. Oh, that hits. 25.
Oh yeah, you got it. And I think your minimum damage is going to get her.
5?
No, roll it.
Well, it's 5 plus the sneak attack, but let's see. 6 plus 11, so 17.
You cut her and she disincorporates.
Free action, transferring the hex to the last one.
Oh,
But the little girl.
eep!
Peace out.
And I am giving her disadvantage on Arcana checks.
What is the wording on the range of hex?
Uh-oh.
If a target drops to zero hit points before the spell ends, you may use a bonus action on the subsequent turn. So keep choices of words. Bonus action on the subsequent turn to curse a new creature.
Okay.
Range is 90 feet.
She is no longer in range.
Oh,
Fourth edition had some nonsense about being able to track it on like other planes and stuff.
I think you're confusing Hex with Hunter's Mark.
yes, you are.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's no longer in range. And you guys are in a room full of souls. The 4 souls that were in her, well, the child is no longer there because it was actually inhabiting that meat suit. But the other 3 have vanished along with the child.
Okay, maybe they're heading back to their own little heavens and hells. Hopefully the souls we're looking for are still here.
They are still swirling around in the circle.
And now it's time to take a good look at this circle. And so we can Mortal Kombat this shit. And release these souls.
I will be back in 2 seconds. Feel free to make some Arcana checks.
Okay.
So you know, Zach, I'm fading. I'm still here, but I'm fading.
We're almost.
Yeah, I feel we're coming up on the end here. Yeah.
Arcana check, you say?
Oh, it wanted to be a natural 20, but it leaned back to the 14 plus 8, which is a 22.
18. Mine span on the 1 and then like tilted to an 11. I was like, yes.
Since we have just a moment, can I just say how much I'm geeking out over the fact that Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft has come out? And yet, there's like 2 other things I'm running that I have to read up on before I can go read it.
Speaking of Ravenloft, that's the one with the vampire, right? I forget what his name is.
Yes.
Strahd.
Strahd. We printed the perfect Strahd figure.
Did you
earlier this
pretend
week.
you forgot his name, or did you print?
No, I
That's-
legitimately forgot his name. This
I-
is a similar vampire, but I
Yes,
feel
that
like
is
it
not.
would
I was about to say I respect that miniature, but that's not Strahd.
No, it's not?
No.
What's the difference?
Was his sword? That's not his sword for starters.
Ah, gotcha.
He also doesn't have wings.
Just runs a mean Strahd campaign.
When
Nice.
you started asking, I was like, "Am I going to get to run Strahd again?"
I would love
I
that.
would love you to run Scott.
You guys are in the middle of Icewind Dale, but
Well, you have to keep running Icewind Dale first.
so much to do.
So we should actually talk about that at the end of the session when we want to move back to Icewind Dale. Just to give Zach a break.
If that's where we're at it, yeah, we'll talk.
So Chris rolled lots on his Arcana check.
Yeah, I rolled a 22.
I assume you guys are taking your due time doing this.
Do.
Oh yes.
Your
See what-
due time.
See what you did there. See what you did there.
Boy,
Boy.
with 22, with assistance, you guys are able to dispel it. The energy slowly spreads out and leaks out into the world in a safe and controlled manner. The spirits, as soon as you open it wide enough for them, all instantly shoot back to their normal bodies.
Oops.
That wasn't something that was negotiable. You have no magic in your world that can mess with that.
Of course not.
You have no idea where those other spirits were supposed to go to, other than the party members. But there was like 4 or 5 other spirits in there, so that'll be interesting to find out about.
Oh yes.
If our party
Something else-
members have any memory of this, then those souls might too, and that opens up all sorts of doors. For just roll. Oh, that's DM playground right there. Anyways,
none of the plants have stopped moving.
that's fine.
Nothing's wrong with the magic of the constructed base, the house that you're in. Things are normal, except there's no hag there.
So we have 3 party members that we kind of care about, but there's a library. So I don't.
What I'm hearing is we loot the stronghold and then take all the items.
I'm sure that you tied them up in a safe way. I watched. It was careful.
No,
I'm
that's
sure
true.
they'll be fine.
Beautiful. So I assume that you guys take your time looking through the library then?
And though the rest of the stronghold.
Yeah, Alicia wouldn't spend as much time in the library. She'd probably wander, see the other areas.
I'm worried
Like
about
the
the
bathing
window
area?
room that looked like danger and traps, but with little reward. I was worried about that one.
Alicia's a little vain, so she'd probably go to the bathing area, and if there's like a nice hot spring or something like that, she would definitely take advantage of it.
I could take a minute and bring them back here, like the other party members, if that's what we want to do. Because I can.
You know what? That would actually be a good place to stop the session. Is you having gone back and
Yeah.
gotten.
So Do will take a second to teleport to them and then bring them back. Now I get 3
Cool.
teleports a day, and you can't actually do that in 3. I'd have to like go to the 1 and then walk to the other 2. But bottom line is you'd be able to start next session here, as opposed to there and there and there. So I will do that. I'm really hoping we get a long rest before the next play because you did tap Do out. Like we went from I usually cast like 2 spells a session to I think I have a spell left because there was only 3 of us. So
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I have a level 1 and a level 3 left, and you gave me the level 3. like you tapped Do out. Grats.
That was a fun session. I'm honestly amazed that we survived.
No, you guys played really smart. That was fun, and y'all got some lucky rolls. I was not expecting you guys to be able to deal with the meat golem in the front.
Yeah, the
as
flesh golem should have been a real hard time for this particular group of three
that was
characters.
I knew you guys had enough control between the 3 of you to deal with it. But that was just too much fun not to give you the command word on that. That was too much fun not to.
That was pretty cool.
I'm fading.
Right. But I had a great time. And before you fall asleep, just know that I had a great time and I love you and good night.